Hello, amigo. Eve Gardens. Eve Gardens 1. Yes, I am or was muted. Cheers, guys. Hopefully, you guys have had a great weekend. Looking forward to hanging out. Just in case I was muted, this is episode 833.3. What's up, Marshall? Artist 1 of 12, Random Family Farms. I seen it. What's up, guys? Chad popped out here. So am I. What's up, Ken Super J Patrick? Louisiana. You guys smoking on. What's up, Pinhead? That's a new name. Welcome. Give me a joint rolled up. Rob playing in the background. It's my night. What's up, DLP? Miss Angel. Cheers. Junkies fight for their life. I'll see what you guys are smoking in. The boys out all night. Everyone gets strapped in time. Taking their trucks riding around at night. Come to the city looking for a fight. It's a full moon, y'all hold time. Chad Westport and Chad Cheers over there. Yeah, what's up? Firehand. Smoking out some ice cream cake. What's up, Brett Anderson? I was thinking about you today. I'll be down there next week. You want to come hang out for a minute? Be down Saturday. Frankenboom. We're all going hungry with isolation. Smoking some original haze. Nice. Good choice. Can't breathe when we're all contagious. Getting ready to smoke some strawberry bonbon. Fucking bubble hash. Temple Ball by our good friend. Smoking Grow Fraser gifted. Hell yeah, Brad. It'd be awesome to see you, man. Kool-Aid and white truffles. Any drops? I forgot I had some here in the house, Chad. Let's look through and see what I got. Getting ready to drop another round. I think I'm just gonna flip these little babies I got. Big clone of the ghost, peanut butter jelly. I think that'd probably be it for now. I pop some new stuff. Gotta figure out where I'm gonna do my flowering in it. It's good weed. My good weed. Everybody else got good weed too. What's up, Grant? How you doing this Monday evening? Smoking some weed and listening to Prof. Currently Nut Tree. What's up? I have some motherfucking Jones about to smoke. Nice. So same everywhere I go. Like wherever I go. Sounds good. Look at you, motherfucker. Go. Lame man, fuck. You got a party, do I want to go? Get somebody pop in here. Maybe another slow night. You guys might have to listen to me. Nah, what's up, Dudley? I ain't fuck with you, dudes. I ain't coming down with these fucking new shoes. Only dudes inside that lose. I'm busy. Georgia, the grow guy in the house. I'm busy, you tell man, don't give me that baby. I'm sorry that I couldn't get out to your show. I was busy having sex with a woman. Your hope is on a little counterfeit. You can count me out if you counted it. My favorite line. You can count me out if you counted it. Does it look like I'm excited about you? Right there. Can you tell by my face I want to puke? Fucking go to work. No. So same it. Junior Mitch. Wherever I go. Listen. Look at you, motherfucker. Go. Lame man. Fuck. You got a party? Do I want to go? Let me think about it real quick for a minute. No. You ain't let you say you is there. Everybody knows. I feel like Santa sipping red Santa about to slay these fools. I don't know what you're trying to say there, Mr. Grant. Cheers
Who was
to
hating
you.
on me back when I was broke? I know how it goes. Everybody got opinions. I ain't worried about opinions. I can never change the vision. Let me see what's on the menu.
Quiet night, quiet Monday. Might be a shorty tonight. Operation Annihilation. Cheers.
I can probably put it in any instrument when you trying to get it even though you should already know. No.
Who is putting out your favorite gear currently? What's the favorites? Who's your favorite breeder at the moment? I'm quite curious.
Let me think about it real quick for a minute.
That sounds pretty good. Oh, and I gotta fucking need to reach out Mr. Soul.
You need to buy your own drinks, motherfucker. Get your shit straight. Bitch, no. I don't need more like bitch, no. 12 at the door like bitch, no.
What's up, Greg babies?
Bitch, no. Bitch, no.
He said ass right off the bat. Delicious. No.
No. So save it where I go. Like wherever I go.
Switch came in. Yes.
Lame and fuck. You got a party? Do I want to go? Let me think about it real quick for a minute. Yo.
Dang, so what's up? So I don't see no breeders currently. What is your favorite strain currently? What is the fire in your guys' eyes? That's what I want. Ride time, rip time.
This type shit, you better not go. It's all along. It's that type of shit. It's that type of shit. It's that type of shit. I was a bag but I was raised with my mom. Pen to the page, and my brains at the stars. Used to slang on the corner just to raise my persona. Now I'm paid to perform. I'm on the stage like the corner. I've been putting work in so long. I'm paid writing songs.
Major. What's up? No real fire out there.
That's the difference between us. I was a kid with a dream and I had these
Might
different
be some
ideas.
truth to
They didn't
that.
believe them. They on my dick when they see me now.
It's all the same thing.
Shit that I feel about motherfucker. I never doubted myself. If I had shit, I went out and I found it myself. So just leave me alone. I need some peace of my own. Put a studio in my basement. Now I feel like
I like this shirt.
I don't need a bigger ladder. You ain't stood on my throne.
Died 10 years ago. How you been, Major? It's been a minute.
I'm success without the strength, but I'm just being myself. Real life. I don't want to waste no time. I'm never running out of
DJ
time. I don't see shit that you won't handle.
Who's Eagle's favorite breeder? That's a good question.
I've been on the wrong side. Already on the top of your
Wow.
You see the fact of the matter is they act like they have
Good
no
question.
They ain't have to
Wow.
shit. You see the fact I have to sort of practice shit before I ever go out there and preach. I'm a practice it. That's the shit up by a castle for my family. Then I'll be building a legacy. I'm not like all your rappers, friends. I set a goal when I see it, I'm going after it. And I ain't slow it down until I motherfucking capture it. I'm product of my environment, so I cash. So that means I'm too heavy to cash in a new band. Oh, you see what I just did right there? I'm flying in real life, and you can sit right here. Manifestation is the path I've been taking, and ever since I started doing it, I gradually made it. Now I'm out here eating steak and they rapping and baking. I'm just building on small wins, fucking gratification. I'm not joking.
Turn it down. Oh, I thought letting me. Using where the mouse goes. Major do. All right, now we're talking.
What up, man?
What up, man?
No shit, the major too. Yeah.
Oh, that's some good timing right there.
Yeah,
What's up, Major? It's not working yet. How was your weekend, brother? Now you should be.
Hello.
What's up,
This
mate?
motherfucker on or what?
It is.
All right.
Oh shit. Is it all like choppy? Like fucking Elon's gonna shut me down or what? I did
No.
move the motherfucker. I moved it like 50 feet. And it's supposed to help. It seemed to help overall.
You gotta have your kid hanging on the roof with the antenna just right up.
Nah, man. Nah, it's way the fuck away from the house. And I don't want those concentrated waves near my face.
Oh,
What up, man? How you been?
I've been pretty good, man. I actually, the last few days, I got this weird sickness, stomach flu shit, whatever. Like you're puking and then you get the hot and cold flashes. That
man.
classic flu shit, whatever it is. It's around. My
Sounds
boy brought it home. Yep. Everything's all good, and then all of a sudden you just got this projected vomit. Whoa. And then you're like, oh, that wasn't too bad. I feel kind of good now. But yeah, it keeps coming back. So yeah, one of those fights. But overall, like it felt like I was an old person. All of a sudden, I felt cold all the time. So I had like 3 layers everywhere, man. Just maxed out trying to stay warm. And I kind of enjoyed being hot. It's like summertime, man. So yeah.
Still cold up. You got a lot of snow up there, right?
You know what? My little region got the whole clusterfuck. Like we got 3 feet of snow.
Oh wow.
And it was just pounded here for about 3 days straight. But we didn't lose any power or anything, so no big deal on that front.
Fuck ours
yeah,
all it off, man. We're snowless again.
that's what I understand. Like G-Bay was telling me like he's snowless and he's only like an hour south of me, right? So that shows you the variance. I still got like 2 feet. It's been like +4 or +2 out here, so it's crazy up here now.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm down with a 8 to 9 day winter.
Yeah, I like that too.
Arctic cold for 8 to 9 days, snow like a bitch, and then be done after that. I'm good.
We say that now till fucking mosquito season, and all of a sudden you're like, oh fuck, I wish more of those fuckers died with that -35 hit. More of those bugs really die from that severe frost, right?
That's funny.
It's all good, man. So with this motherfucker, let's see.
Cool.
Holy fuck, Canada Trooper out of nowhere. Everyone's coming back.
What's going on, guys? What up, Dan?
Oh, Gana.
Not a lot. How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Doing well. Doing well.
Yeah. And back to the breeder thing. Yeah. Shit. We should mention Smiley, of course. That was like given there. Who has the fire? Smiley has the fire. And I'll take his fire and I'll F2 it. Like any good fucking grower would, right? And who has the fire? The home growers have the fire. We're the one who's actually put the work in. That like on Dude Grows, they're talking about putting the work. Oh, soul fire, you put in the work. Yeah, you put in F1s and then you test your F1s. Like that's just step 1 and 2. Like there's not even true F1s. Like there's 8 more steps and then another step and then you get F1s and then you're taking work. Then you can call, yeah, I did work. Till then you did the fuck all, dude. You did F1, what we call F1. You did shit.
And dusted some shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. It is. It's tough, man. I don't know.
Well, that's what I consider work.
I wouldn't consider anything of what I'm doing, like as far as like. I mean, I guess I did get into like the breeding levels to where I'm trying to develop males, but like, I get what you're saying.
Well, even trying to figure out what the male does, what passes on is like a multi-step fucking, like you just one progeny isn't going to tell you what it does. You get multiple crosses with the same one.
Right.
Even then your environmental conditions will change it so much. You'll be like, oh, I think that did add that extra structure, that gave it that distance in the nodes. And the next round you like knock it right down where you're like, well, fuck, why are the nodes so tight? Huh.
Right. Well, like taking a male to like, say a range of different females and then growing them out, you do get to see what the male brings, especially like keep them,
with that
the original mom, and you can kind of see what's what with them. You know what I mean? So
with that particular mother, those genes will be dominant. But the next cross, those male dominant genes from that dad won't line up with the female, and there will be no dominance. It'll be,
Well,
heterozygous
the dominant traits will always stay dominant. But
with another. Well, when we say dominant traits, the genomes match up, the genes match up, right? They're the same gene, so they call that dominant. But when you cross it with a different mother, how are those genes going to line up, right? The likelihood that it's not going to.
right, but there are like dominant traits and like not necessarily recessive, but there are dominant traits that'll always kind of overpower or whatever.
And given that to the male, I suppose that's feasible. True enough. So if you have like a big, tall, lanky male and you cross that with something short, and then all of a sudden you get 50% talls and 50% shorts, you can say, well, that's obviously going to be from the male, the tall fuckers, right? Like that's the dominant gene in those expressed in that
Right,
half.
but like
But the
to
other
be
half,
dominant,
that
it
gene
would
wasn't
be
dominant, right?
you'd see it across the majority, not just 50-50. You know what I mean? It'd be more
Well, that's
like
what I'm saying.
80-20
That's
type
when the
of
genes are
a-
uniform, right? When they're homozygous, you can predict that. But with our fucked up genetics, you can't predict anything, man. It's such a clusterfuck. Highly hybridized seeds, 1 in 65,000, man. I'm telling you, it ain't that easy, man.
Right, the math gets a little crazy. I'm trying to do like the Punnett squares are one thing, but then you got you got multiple.
Even if those apply to us, you
Right,
can take that math and then add in the ultra clusterfuck of everything inbred and like there's no mathematics to this whole thing. And what they get you is such a, like they say, like 1 in 4 million and shit when you try to find double recessive genes and stuff. Some of this stuff is never going to be found again. The fancy book, can't read it.
I don't know, man. I think all the gene pool kind of is there. I don't know that any of it's like disappeared. But I don't know.
Well, like you said, the dominant traits have taken over, and to get two recessive traits lined up is going to take such a huge population, and for you to find it and make it dominant again, or
Right,
it's just not the likelihood of it showing up without being the plant you want. On top of that is probably even rare, right? It's like, oh, I picked my selection already. Dominant trait wins.
well, that's the whole idea of like a land race is then you have the dominant traits for that environment that are expressing the majority, So not to say that it's never going to have some kind of an odd recessive thing pop out in the gene pool, but in a majority, it's going to have these dominant type traits. Otherwise, what's the whole point of a land race, right? Like, or quote unquote land race. But that's kind of the idea behind some of that. Was those the traits?
Land race, shit. That's about as good as an auto, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Are to get used up, but whatever.
There's probably some good
behind that is like, oh, we're gonna get wolves from Siberia and start breeding down to Siberian husky or whatever. Like, but you want to go back to the quote unquote land race, which would be like the pack of wolves from wherever, they're the wild animals from wherever.
I was lucky enough I found 5 seeds of your white cranberry across the jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, pop them, of course. It was my favorite from the last round.
No.
I usually don't hold seeds back, but freaky enough, there they were. Some people would call that destiny. Yeah, they're looking pretty good, man. I do like that. The structure on the whole jack line. Super branchier, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. There's some pretty stinky ones coming up. Looking forward to. So.
And plus the buzz on some of them is just like, you might start sweating type of shit. It can green you out.
Yeah, that whole violently potent description on the Jack Skellington, I can see that for sure. It's different kind of high than the other anything else that I've come across in a while.
It's probably like a lot of that super strong buzz where a lot of people, you know what, we're chronics, right? We can kind of get used to it, but when you give the weed to some people and they like bring it back and they're like, this is too strong, you know? That classic statement where you don't think that was possible, but it is possible.
It
And people
is.
like to smoke, and you're like, oh, why don't you just smoke less? Well, people still like to smoke a whole joint, right? It's a whole ritual thing. It's like, well, I don't want to smoke half a joint.
That's a sin.
It happens all the time. You gotta admit, late at night, ash it out.
It better really be fucking nodding out and burning your
Yeah,
fingers, dropping
that's
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You're fighting sleep. You're just like, oh, I'll just close my eyes just a little second, and then you'll get that head jerk, and you're like, okay, all right, that's good. That's it. I'm good.
Then,
Rare, but acceptable.
then you probably shouldn't even lit the damn thing.
Yeah, probably. But sometimes I like to get so lit that you kind of fight that, you know, try to stay in the game, man.
I'm with you. Like sometimes it's not even like how high you are or whatever. Like so, I just enjoy the flavor. So like, sometimes it's like getting that next nice taste of it. You know?
It's just ritual for me. Smoke before I go to bed. How deep you into that there book there, Canada Trooper?
What was that?
How deep you into that book?
I've read that book.
What was the book?
It's what is it called? Quantitative genetics, genomics, and plant breeding.
Oh shit! Busted the heavy fucking material. Yeah. Well, according to page 4, fuck boys, it says this. Yeah, no doubt, man. There's some real complex shit there.
I mean, I kind of have to be up on my shit a little bit. Some of the people I work with, I have like agronomists, plant scientists, and stuff that like I'm working with in the insectary.
Oh yeah, yeah, right. You working with Fluence or something? Is that right?
No,
or that's in my head.
I work for like a big ag biotech company. They do basically it's a giant breeding facility where they're going around phenotyping different things for different experiments. I am the building engineer that works in the insectary. I'm the only one that works in there with all the agronomists and all them and horticulturalists and botanists and stuff. And
right,
just,
fucking on.
yeah,
That's
they've
cool.
pretty much what they're doing is they're just doing selective plant breeding, finding out which ones are resistant to different types of pests and stuff. I wish I could say which ones, but I can't.
What's your opinion on UVC and pests?
What spectrum of UVC are you trying to go for?
Oh, it has to be UVC, the latest, best fucking cancer causing shit.
So, just depends on which nanometer you're projecting in. And honestly, I like to use them to break down the DNA and RNA of any sort of like errant kind of like moltings or larvae or materials from the bugs. So we don't get any sort of cross contamination from chamber to chamber. Because where I work in the insectary, okay, so it's an underground breeding facility that's like a $200 million facility. They just like finished building it out and stuff. It's pretty dope. But so they've got 4 large growth chambers, and then they've got 10 rearing chambers. 8 of them are small and 2 of them are large, and they've got a chill room for like storage and stuff. And they got like a whole like reach in room where they got all these like Percival machines where they take like all the bugs and they like breed them out, put all the eggs in them and stuff like that. And they've got the actual insectary lab where they induce everything. And so I'm helping them out, helping stabilize environments and all the chambers and everything, helping to keep their stuff in line. And honestly, they're a bunch of fucking grow heroes. They don't know how to fucking grow shit. So it's always kind of funny to teach them how to like actually like irrigate and control environments and everything like that. Like they think they're crop steering and they're really not. And it's just like the engineers have the control over all that stuff.
So are you using like the latest LED UVC technology? Can I ask you that? Or are you using like the old school mercury
So I
vapor
mean,
lamps or whatever.
they're using UV in them. They got some photos. What is it? Photo bios lights in the insectary. Upstairs in the greenhouse, they've got some science lights, and they're playing around with the spectrum with that. They really like the science lights a lot. It's just, I mean, Pepper works for them, so they've got the master like spectrum recipe maker. So of course they like it.
So there is actually a fucking recipe out there. We're not just dreaming.
No, there's
We're not
tons of
just getting.
recipes. No, there's tons of recipes out there. I would say like UV is a thing. UVC is strictly like sterilization and germicidal. If you're using UVC in your grow room, you're killing stuff. You're degrading like your plant. You're at some level breaking down its plant structure with at the like DNA level.
Well, I believe the exposure time would almost cause that, right? It's not like 15 minutes from my understanding to kill these bugs, right? Like even in the
It
last set, some of these
well,
bugs take like half hour to kill with these UVCs.
I can't help
so
wonder. I don't mean to cut you off, brother, and please finish up here in a sec. I can't wonder if we're not killing ourselves with these fucking lights. I busted out a fucking my that 4x8 tent. I was fucking unpacking some shit out of my fucking tent, out of my truck today, and a bunch of the poles fell out. And I got looking at the poles, and them motherfuckers are discolored. Big time. The only thing that ever ran in that fucking tent was LEDs. Everything facing out was the poles were like a dark green or nice. They were way darker than anything that was under the light. Was a light, weird looking green. Anything like that was in the corners was the original color. Anything that was above the light was original color. So what, ever come off them lights was, obviously fucking doing something to that paint. You know what I mean? Them rays were off.
How many years or how many cycles do you think you went through with those? Are we talking like
It was
4 year
a
run?
fairly new tent, so I'd say, a year of flowering, maybe a year and a half of flowering. So, and I think what did I have in there? The HLG 550 was in that tent, and a bar light.
Well, that's you basically bringing the sun inside, right? So Team HLG just fucking with you. Actually, they did have
great sons.
Yeah, 2 sons. They did have a great price on them, man. $50 fucking up here in Canada for the boards is fantastic. I remember paying like $89 per board.
Well, you're saying, but I didn't mean to cut you off about them get the lights, Cannon Trooper and the Spectrum there, but I just happened to notice that them things we assume they're just simple LEDs. We don't assume necessarily that they can be that damaging to us or our surroundings. But obviously, man, them LEDs are putting off some shit.
Or it's the cheap paint on the fucking lead bars you have from China. Might be the whole, debatable the quality of the paint on the fucking bars too, right?
I'll say high intensity discharge lights have do more damage because they've had those more so in this facility. This facility has been around for at least a decade, and it's continued to progress like as they go. They want to update it as much as possible. But one thing they were really lacking in is switching over to LEDs. They've had them, and they have different types in different rooms. Like they've got Fluence, they've got Philips, they got Photo Bio, they got Science, they've got some Gavitas and stuff like that. But they still have a bunch of high intensity discharge lights, especially in the greenhouse. And if you look at some of the greenhouse workers, some of them go and get their skin treated because they're like getting skin cancer basically. But here, hold on
I was
a
gonna
second.
say that the metal halide lights for a long time were like warning of UV shit. And that's one of the extra coatings they put around the bulbs for UVC. But the plasma itself puts off the spectrum.
Yeah, there's this one guy, he during the holidays, he went and got this like skin peel thing done. And his face is like all red and everything now, but he did it because of like how much exposure he's had underneath the lights. He's just trying to keep ahead of it so he doesn't have any like cancer or anything. But like we all have like sunbrim hats and glasses and stuff like that. It's just we were always wearing like long sleeves in there. Um, the amount of PPE I have to wear going into the chambers and rearing rooms that I go into, because like I have in the insectary, I pop into each room to like work in it, and the scientists they're assigned to like one room, so they just like wear like a schmuck and they just go in and out of that. I have to go in there in like booties, gloves, all like everything, like a disposable schmuck and stuff, and it's just as before I even come out, I gotta like take it off, and then there's sticky mats like at the entrance going out and at the entrance coming in. So I got to like stomp my feet on both of them when I'm going out and stuff. So
That's a bitch when you get in there and you realize you forgot something. And you're like, fuck.
yep, no, like everything is like most of the time is spending for being prepared to go into those things.
That's
And then
crazy.
it's just like, yeah. And because like I don't want to be in them as long any more than I have to be, because like they keep them pretty warm and pretty hot in there for especially for the insects that they're trying to like, because they a lot of them are in the soil. These are soil borne insects. Some of these experiments, so it's just kind of it's super fucking hot in there pretty much. Like sometimes I feel like I'm getting a touch of like heat exhaustion because like I'm in there and I'm like on a ladder, like working into the wall, working on the humidity spray system and stuff like that. It's just like, oh my God, fucking balls hot up here right next to this LED or this high fresh sodium light.
Cheers, Miranda Family Farms. Before I go any further, I want to throw this out here before I forget. I was told myself I was going to bring this up in the beginning, but I seen RSO and the skin cancer there in chat, which made me think about it. I've been I pretty much what do you call it? Nightcap. That's what I'm calling this, a nightcap. Fucking right before bed, lately for the last few weeks, I've been doing like a fucking RSO hot chocolate. They're amazing. If you're not drinking one, you should. Little fucking like pearl of fucking hot or RSO and some hot chocolate. Stir it up in there in the milk until it falls off your knife or spoon. Stir in your hot chocolate, a little bit of fucking marshmallows, whipped cream. Holy shit. What a way to fucking say goodnight. We were talking about like smoking that last joint. One of them hot chocolates and fucking Duber. You're on your way.
Whipped cream, you bust out the whipped cream every time.
Yeah, most times.
Damn.
I want to wake up in the morning too, though. You go, let's...
Yeah, you get groggy on that shit. Eh? I do, anyways. I guess that's when you take too much. People say you gotta tone it back so you don't feel that way. But I don't think you process it that much. It doesn't seem like I ever found that right amount where, I know that it's kind of like with certain weeds, like you can smoke and have a great sleep, right? But there's some weed where you can't really sleep as good as you should. Like it depends on the cannabis, I think. And then same with the RSO. Like I think maybe the best is probably like a mixed spectrum besides just one narrow spectrum.
I think it comes with like taking it consecutively. The first couple days you may get that grogginess, but like day 3 into it, it's just, you know what I mean? You're kind of just
Your tolerance is up. You can handle it.
cheers, Johnny, Seth. How you guys doing?
Good, good.
Johnny.
Another day, another harvest. Right?
Harvest is good days.
Daily harvesting, fucking right. The dream.
It's a pain in the ass, actually.
Yeah, that's a nightmare. I need some peace.
Daily pulling out a new bag would be fully trimmed and ready to go. Would be the dream.
Well, I almost
yeah,
got that dreams. I'm still testing a lot of the outdoor from last season, man. So I got tons of testers. This is just this week's testers. Well, what's that? 5, 6,
What's the standout so far?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's empty. 12, 13. Oh, there's 14. I got 14 testers. Oh, 15. What's this one?
What the fuck you
This,
been doing?
well, it's a lot of work, man. But
It's been
so
like
far,
months though. Like you could have gone through all that. It's been months now.
oh, buddy, man, you wish. Like even just one cultivar, you got like say 8 testers, and then you got to smoke 8 of them, and then you just can't smoke 8 of the same strain, right? So you got to mix that one strain with other strains so that you can evaluate it. So just a
How the
multiple
fuck do
selection
you
process.
evaluate?
You just gotta keep smoking.
Just keep smoking them.
Just keep
That's
smoking.
all I
Guess what?
do. Is
The
just keep
bag you keep
smoking.
going back to is the one. You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
it's like, oh, where's that bag? Let me check that. Oh, there it is. I gotta be a little biased. The Primal Punch has been getting my attention lately. I'm usually searching for that Primal Punch.
Is that the F2 or is that the first?
You know what? I guess it would be. It's a funny. I took Med's S1 and I crossed it with his V2, regular with S1, right? And it came out with this progeny, and I ran through them this year.
All right. Would
Like,
it come on the flavor wise, like banana side or what?
no more fruit punch dominant. Like the banana was super rare to find a banana. Yeah, but I kept the best of the best, and I got the V2 banana, the number 6 from the first batch, and I'm going to S1 that. And then from this generation, I still got, sort of like a fruit punch apple thing going that I wouldn't mind combining with the banana, but more, where it's like, oh, what is that? That's like a complex fruit, not just a one or the other. But the straight banana is nice. But I think you got to pick it early. You got to pick it earlier. Transfers. You pick it later, it turns into more of the old school juicy fruit. Remember that? The classic juicy fruit terps. Well, it turns into that after like 2-3 months,
Your description.
which is great. I love it.
Like you're ready for liftoff over there, Eagle.
All right.
You're in control.
And that's not even all of them. Isn't there like 2 towards us, Eagle? Like towards the left here? There's 2 more.
It's just one big one big.
One more. Okay.
Ready for countdown.
Yeah. Hold on. The wifey wants to know what's up with the monitors.
Well, this is what it's always been. Just a different camera angle for you guys.
He's always been pimping. He just has
Usually, there's always like this camera.
There must be a story to it. Like they were on discount, and I walked in. I just bought them all. Like are you meant to
Include
buy
the whole
5
rack.
separate monitors? Like I just can't see having 5. I'm just like just a.
Yeah. Wait, no,
Oh yeah.
for the longest
They
time,
stop
that's how the only way I could keep track of like shit. I literally zooming was in this eye and chat would be in this eye. So I would, try not to look or whatever. But I've always had multiple screens. That's why all you guys, I've always been like, I don't understand how you guys do it on phones. I really don't. I don't. Johnny was showing his garden, but now it's gone.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's up, Johnny?
How you guys doing?
What were we looking at?
What's that?
So what were we looking at?
I reset my garden last night.
Nice.
Happens all the time, man. Every time you pull something out, it's got to be reset.
So what did you pull out?
I pulled out the PBK hoe and the gooey bloobs. Took those 2 plants out last night. And so I dropped 2 more. Well, I dropped 1 more in right now. I'll be taking another one out here in the next week or so. and I'll have to drop 2 more back into the mix here shortly. But I'm getting it down so that I have it in a perpetual with my living boxes. So I just roll one in, roll one out, you know.
Like it. Sweet.
Yeah, so I'm shuffling them out as they go. So
The good answer to your question, though, Major. As I'm unloading stuff out of storage, I decided to add the 5th one. This one, I was like, yeah, I don't watch fucking TV anymore. It's a monitor.
Well, I only watch TV on the internet. Does that count? Is that even TV? I guess that's not TV. I guess that's the internet, right? Shit. But it's on a TV. So do you call yourself watching TV or you watching the internet? You're watching the internet on TV. Well, I'm not muted. Shit. Yeah, that's just how my brain works, just to let you know. Just random thinking.
Cannon Trooper's bringing us on a field trip.
Yep.
How fast is he driving? Is he speeding? It looks like he's speeding.
I mean, I'm going the speed limit.
He has good headlights. Way better than mine.
Nah, man. This is a POS, man.
What's a POS?
Piece of shit. No, I get a vehicle and I'll run it into the ground. I mean, like when Smiley and I met up and stuff, this is the vehicle I had when he met up with me. I saw, like, I've had like work trucks and stuff, but shit, man, this thing's paid off. Why I give myself another payment?
No, fuck that. Ride it till it dies, man.
Shit, dude.
Yeah.
I had my truck 14 years and like 378,000 miles on it. Yep.
Yeah.
It's paid though.
Nah, I am actually in the market though, because like I know this every day I get in this thing is kind of like a gift because how old it is. But what's it called? I've been looking at some 150s lately.
I'm waiting for the market to change a little. I probably should have got a new one already, but
I say wait long as you can, because eventually all there's going to be is those electric fuckers. So wait till as long as you can so that you can drive out the fucking gasoline as long as you can.
oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Well, up here in Canada, I don't know how it is down in the States, but up here by 2035 or something, all electric. That's it.
That's stupid. It's so stupid.
Just dig this out. In Alberta, the power grid was such a draw that they had to take power from all these other provinces during this cold spell. So imagine having all your cars charged on top of that.
Right.
You know, it's just honestly not enough power.
It's the same in California with the heat waves. They got to shut grids down and shit because of already rolling power outages because of the AC draws. And
yeah.
Every one of them cars is like another 50 air conditioners.
And of course, right now, all the nuclear scientists are telling you, well, we can pick up the pace of these steam generators by knowing how much draw you guys require. So we'll just turn it up. Don't worry. Just crank it up a little. There you go. You drive your cars, boys.
It's idiocracy is what it is.
Yeah, they don't even have the infrastructure.
I was talking this today too. Like they do all these emissions on diesels and shit, and diesel trucks, and on the road trucks, and now they're starting on agricultural diesel, right? All of those markets only represent like 20% of the use, and the 80% user is in like the shipping freight and like in trains. And neither one of those are subject to those kind of emissions. And it's like, well, what the fuck are you doing? You're going to clamp super hard on 20% and make the public pay really high prices to meet these emissions. But then the biggest user, the 80% user, you're just going to ignore it. Well, what the fuck's the point then? Like, you know what I mean? It's like idiocracy at that point. I don't know. That shit's apparent everywhere now. It's like,
It's worse here than anywhere else.
Yep.
Just like like this push for electric cars or whatever, and everything to switch. It's like fucking great, dude. But then what?
Right.
Nobody thought this through. You know what I mean? It's like I don't think anybody really thought this through. Like, what the fuck?
So it's out here. All of the whale watching and charter fisher trips and all that are having to switch over their emissions bullshit and all this. Well, it's costing some of these boat owners, millions of dollars to be able to do it. And the technology is not even there yet to do it properly. So your whale watching trip that, you come out here on vacation and go whale watching, last year was, $30. This year it's 75.
Next year it'll be 200.
Yeah. Well, the fishing trip's perfect example of that. An overnight trip, the ones I do all the time, you leave it, say you go out on, I don't know, Monday night, you leave at 10 o'clock Monday night, and you come back at, sometime between 7 and 10 Tuesday night. Those trips used to cost about $200. They're now up to closer to $5 because of all the freaking emissions and fuel surcharges and, all this bullshit. Now the cook on the boat, okay, because they do have a cook, is classified as a fast food worker. So they got to pay him $20 an hour. Whereas the deckhands aren't classified, they're just a deckhand on the boat. They're only making, $12, $15 an hour, whatever, 15 something now with minimum wage. So, it's fucked up. And it's all because of the regulations.
I suggest everybody vote for Gavin Newsom. That'll
Fuck
solve
you.
all the problems.
Yeah. Anybody that says they want to vote for Gavin Newsom can just go ahead and lose my number.
Right?
Take my name out your mouth and your mind.
Right?
You got to remember, people, that's the same governor that came out one day and said, by 2035 or whatever, you cannot buy a gas car in California and wants everybody to go all electric. And the very next afternoon goes on the news and says, please do not charge your electric car because our power grid can't handle it during the heat wave.
Yeah. Idiocy, dude.
Right.
So, hey, I'm gonna jump out, man. It's good seeing everybody out. It's Monday. But appreciate you.
Smiley.
Yeah, man.
All right, Smiley. Good seeing you, man.
He's so smiling.
Have a good week.
Smiley.
Cheers, brother.
What are we looking at, sir?
We got some tri-fi
shit.
Sunday in the front and 2 soups in the back and 1 purple turban. Things are starting to color up.
How bad was that copycat in the Herm?
Well, this is the skeleton of what I got left of the last one. And this one actually didn't fuck up. It made a banana out the top of 1 bud, and I kind of just like licked my finger and pinched it off. And it didn't make any seed. The other one of them got thrown out right off the bat. And it was like I made that one big too, 6 foot round. It's huge. And the last one made some seed in it. So that kind of sucks.
They're like $300 a seed, bud. It's copycat.
All right.
F2s or S2s, buddy. Oh, damn. Pricey.
I see.
These are just the crumbs left. Pretty much what I get. I
how
get the
does it smell,
crumbs on
though?
the plant.
Would you
It doesn't smell like jelly. Really, I don't know. It smells kind of like menthol, kind of, or something. I actually have a piece of a joint out of it, fresh out the herbs now. Right now, I'm going to be trying out.
Good.
Yeah, so my refrigerator broke, and then the next day, blind cats broke. So we both were out of refrigerators for till yesterday and today. Kind of exciting.
No, don't say that, dude. Mine's making funny noise right now.
Is it really? Yeah,
and
mine was like 25 years old or something like that. It was got my money's worth out of it. So
Apparently, don't buy a LG. Apparently, they're getting some kind of lawsuit. They knew their compressors were faulty or some bullshit.
hey, life's good, man.
Don't get LG.
Yeah.
I had problems with my washers and dryer LGs that bought.
We have a LG washer. It seems to be pretty good, eh, honey? What do you think? Yeah. Out of 10?
So far.
Remember how shaky it is?
That's when the float on ballot. So it's a front load.
8 out of 10.
What's up, okay? How you been, man? How's your weekend?
Oh, it's about to start getting pretty fucking brutal tomorrow. I'm leaving time is it 7? I'm leaving here in about 8 hours. Got to do a 10-hour drive out to good old Tombstone, Arizona.
What you heading that way for?
We got to go. We're putting the mother-in-law's house on the market. So we got to go out there, and I get there sometime tomorrow. And I have until Sunday to basically pack, clear out the house, and get it ready for the realtors to come in next week to put it on the market. So it's going to be a fun week.
You got help doing that? You're going to be on your own.
Got my wife, which is more help than freaking most millennials you could hire these days. So, but I'll be hopefully Thursday night on the show. I'll be sitting in. I'll jump on. I'll be sitting in one of the original bars from Tombstone, Big Nose Kate's or Crystal Palace, one of the two. But apparently they're like from what I understand, they're the actual original building and location and everything that opened up when Tombstone first, started becoming a town.
Wow, that's cool.
So bring you, see if I can roll into the Crystal Palace and pick up a game of Pharaoh.
So was that Wyatt Earp's place?
Yeah, that's where they worked. Like if you watch the movie, when he goes in and kicks the car dealer's ass and boots him out the place.
Yeah,
that was the Crystal Palace.
Oh, awesome! That's cool.
Which is it's about a minute walk from the house, so we'll be up there eating food and drinking beers for a Thursday night show.
Sounds like a fun trip.
Yeah, hopefully some fun comes out of it. It's gonna be crazy busy. I mean, it's a what 6-bedroom house that I got to clear out by myself, basically.
Wow.
She didn't sell it as like as is. No, it comes with the house. Sorry, yeah, that's with the house.
Right. Yeah, the appliances definitely stay with the house. There may be a couple China hutches or something like that. Who knows?
Well, there you go.
But I got a 40-yard roll-off dumpster showing up there tomorrow. Or no, I'm sorry, Wednesday. So
there's
I'm
probably
not going to
also
put that
some
right.
old nice furniture that you probably want to take home or wherever your mother-in-law is moving to. Is she moving with you back to your place? Probably make your life good.
Yeah,
life
she's
better.
been with us for almost a year now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but we're it's kind of a blessing in disguise. we're getting rid of her property because, you know, obviously she's never going to be able to go back and live on her own there. So we're going to take the vast majority of whatever comes out of that sale, and that's going into a down payment on some property out here.
Hell yeah.
So we're looking for, you know, we're not looking for a lot. We're looking for acreage with no neighbors.
Yeah. That's nice.
Got there, so it's like an old menu.
This is my current menu right now. I just did a freaking inventory on what I got left on this Jill shit. Anyone happens to be looking.
Purple Jihad.
Purple Jihad.
Right.
Solid.
That purple turban is ill. I gotta keep her. Headband.
What does she have left over from like the originals? Like the TGA.
Probably doing
lineup?
S2s, Jilly Bean F2s. Fuck it. The Flav, that's old school now. That's old school.
Yep.
The Flav has to be.
Queen Anne's, Plushberry.
Plushberry is sold out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn it. Corkle?
Plushberry and the TG.
Yeah, I got a lot of Corkle.
Yeah.
We got to talk.
The ones from back when they were finding the pink haired females of the Plushberry.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck you. How did that auto turn out for you, bud? How did that auto turn out?
I don't want to talk about it. It turned out like an auto. It turned out like an auto.
Yes. Fuck you, autos.
Probably the nicest half ounce that ever took 90 days to grow.
Fuck you, autos. Fuck you, UVC.
Smells dang. I'll give it that. It smells pretty dang. It's yeah. I've even decided I'm just gonna let it go. Fully finesse, get the most out of it I can. Why rush it? Yeah. Still flower. Yeah, I expect maybe half out of that little guy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, say no.
Yeah, you knew it.
Hey, if you want to smoke your friends out one time, just grow an auto and have them all come over after harvest, and you get one session out of it.
Now, I'm not trying to discourage anybody. But
and then it'd be a legendary session because you can say that day we sat down and smoked the whole harvest.
Right.
Boom.
It was only a quarter, but we fucking smoked it all between the 20 of us.
In 3 hauls each. She was done.
So, what happened with your audio experience? Are you going back? I mean, you was all bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to breed.
Oh, I crossed it up. I still got the seeds. I crossed it up with some regulars. I'll see how it turns out, but it's not like I'm ultra pumped up to do it. I'll just see what percentage the auto fucking inherited, see how the progeny carries it on and be like, well, hey, look at that, half is auto or 25%, see the ratios. Because I probably got like solid 500 seeds of it. So if anyone wants autos or semi-autos, let me know. Hit me up. We'll send you some untested autos. Or I guess they would call it fast flower and whatever the fuck that is. Because a portion of them will be quicker for sure. Which is sort of like a cool idea. We'll see. But I'm veering towards trying to lock down the banana terps from that primal punch line.
And it makes me want to sit on the testers that I popped. You know what I mean? That pack. I think there's like 20 in that individual tester pack that I found the banana in. It makes me want to make sure I keep that in particular batch. But you would think that that would be pretty good. I mean, everything I popped out of that out of what my testers of the Primal Punch 2 had that banana.
You think
Everyone.
everyone had it? You don't think that fruit punch terp took over most of it?
No, no.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I could see the juicy fruit maybe in the long end. You know what I mean? But that was after a while of a cure there. But yeah, more banana in the beginning.
Cool.
Didn't G-Bay just harvest that Primal Punch?
Yeah, yeah, he loves it. He says,
Yeah.
but I think he's just being Canadian.
Yeah, from what I understand, he's like a quick snowmobile right away, huh?
Yeah, he's only about an hour away, hour and a half max. But he has spider mites, so he's not coming over.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That'll-
he offered me that 25%er on just a raw squish off that GMO cut he has.
Oh, nice.
I was going to take it, but now I'll say I don't want it because he said on the show the other day he has spider mites, and he tried some of that funky Doctor Doom stuff though. He's on the Doctor Doom team, spraying that shit down.
Yep.
Which I guess Doctor Doom's not too bad, but like you said, it's like mostly that pyrethrin, that plant juice shit, and then mixed with some other stuff though, some kind of by
Yeah.
Trutol or some kind of, it had some kind of weird chemical name, it's like, oh yeah, that's bad stuff. Guaranteed. But I guess spider mites ain't shit, but I don't want them. I just got rid of fucking aphids and thrips, and those fuckers, man. Damn, thrips take a long time to get rid of.
Yeah. At least thrips though, they like they're easy to spot.
Yeah, leaf damage wise, right? But by then you're like,
Yes.
holy fuck, population's so high that you're like fighting the
Mites
whole.
are easier to get rid of than fucking aphids and some fucking.
The mites, yeah, fucking aphids. Yeah, I just got rid of the aphids too, man. The whole combination, aphids and thrips. I always bring them in August. Always, they come in and whatever, come on in for a while. But this year I brought in pepper plants too, trying to get a year or two on some hot peppers, and they just fucking snuck in on those too. Fucking aphids.
The 10-day cycles are hard to break.
Is that what it is? I've been trying to do that every 5-day spray shit.
Yeah.
And to the point where the plants were hurting, they had the fucking ultra neem effect. They're just like weren't breathing. They're so heavy, just pushing to the limit. Dumb move, but it worked. No fucking no bugs, no biology. Probably like 80% of my biology is dead. But I hit him back with that.
Told me at one point, it's easier just to start over, just pull it all out of there. And I doubted that. Then I fought him for a while. I was like, God damn, it might have been easier just to start over. God damn it, they fight them. Well, they can be a fight.
Yeah, best thing you can do with mites is you take everything out of the grow room, put it out in the backyard, and light that shit on fire and start from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, ain't that bad. I'm telling you, the thrips and the aphids were worse than that. 100%. I think.
I'll tell you what, I didn't realize how fast freaking spider mites spread. Those things are like, they're quick. I went away, went down to the desert for like 4 days. And when I came back, the plants already had webs on them and shit.
Wow.
Like fully encased. So at that point, it was just, okay, done. Everything went outside, got thrown away. The tents, the lights, the whole 9 yards got, thrown out in the yard, bleached. sun baked, bleached again. Damn near lit those on fire, and that took care of it. But still, they come quick.
Got to shut off the damn rock tumbler before the show. Just grind it on the other side of the wall.
Like you got one outside the house? Like is that big of a unit, Eagle?
No, it's just a little like tabletop. It does like 6 pounds of stones at once.
Yeah. I had one as a kid. Fucking fascinated with that shit, man. I love fucking
And
rocks.
oh, that I collected over the summer with Angel. And I just started washing them. Like, nah, fucking, it takes fucking damn near about a month to fucking polish a fucking batch of stones and shit. It is not a quick process.
Well, I guess it all depends on the rock and your grind you put in, everything, and the type of
True
size
that.
of your tumbler and everything. They got some shits up to like fucking couple grand, man. Big ass tumblers. I was thinking it was like starting the whole, round ball thing. Again, one of those fucking machines that make balls. That'd be an easy side gig. Round fireplaces, man. Artistic shit.
I'm surprised you guys can't hear it. Be honest.
Yeah.
Can you hear like a grinding, like a fish, like a loud fish tank? That's what it sounds like, a loud fish tank, Paul.
Only in between your words, you can kind of hear it. Besides that, Zoom cuts it out. So let's talk a little quicker. I did get some
So
frosted
Johnny,
fruitcake seeds.
that
Go ahead.
go ahead, Major.
I was just going to talk about the frosted fruitcake, man, because that turned out to be quite the surprise of the whole crop. Is frosted fruitcake, which has been around Canada for like probably 3 years now. So it finally gets that reputation where you're like, oh yeah, I'll spring for the seeds, get them. And sure enough, they turn out to be, you know, pr pretty well the tastiest thing I, it's up there in the fucking taste factor. It's a beautiful, like a floral gas with a little bit of candy to it. And then the other pheno had a bit of a kush dominance to the whole thing, added to that complexity. Really nice tasting weed, really strong flavor, lasts through the whole joint. I've crossed that with the primal, but the dude who made it, the Sacred Cut guys, they made a whole bunch of crosses with it. So I got a whole bunch of fems of that with some of the, sort of like known cuts, like the Sunday Driver. That's pretty legendary too. That's going to be some candy, candy creaminess to it, hopefully added. Who knows though? And some Dante's Inferno, some of that, um, I guess hype shit. Supposed to have some mean cherry terps to it, super loud, super fire. They cleaned up a bunch of competitions. I think it's a mile high Dave's cut, number 10 cut though, not the number 8 or 6. The first one he gave out for $2,000. But that's all I
What do
want to
you
say.
think the average cut should go for? What would you be okay for playing for? Like,
If you gave the sample, right, and you got the knowledge on how it behaves and what you anticipate per light, or break it down per square foot based on your whatever the fuck stats. Hopefully the guy has them. Yeah, sure, it's going to be worth the $400, and the sample with it, bomber weed, sure. Halfway through the joint, you're like, yeah, I'm done. That's good. Yeah, $400 for sure. But if he's your boy, you refuse to pay $400 for the Donnie Burger clone, don't do it. Just wait. But yeah, $400 is pretty reasonable. But 2 grand, yeah, I guess back in the day when the money was there. But this day and age, man, that's a lot of pounds, man. I don't know, dude. It's hard to justify now. But I suppose if you're running the numbers and you have to have the latest shit, I guess the pound price pays for it. So whatever the pound's worth, $1,200. Maybe justifiable up to 4 lights, I guess. Maybe 5 Gs.
You can go on vans.com and you could have them make like vans with your like logo like that.
Oh yeah. That's just a fucking clear sticker I put on my Air Force.
I saw that.
Pretty cool.
Eagle, I'm guessing you don't have any snow either, or you just got a bit in your little area?
I've been loving watching that shit melt. We got quick dusting last night, but man, it was like spring today. Probably about 40 degrees. I'm loving it. I'm good with it. Just like Smiley said, I'm good with it.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, hopefully, I got quite the apple tree thing going here. Hopefully, it doesn't cause them to like come out of hibernation, start setting on bud sets, and then all of a sudden freeze again. That's the only danger that we have up here. So on the peach trees and shit, for sure, they'll get all fucked up if it's plus 5 for like fucking 15 days, man. You're looking at a bad sign for sure. Even probably, I don't even remember what they said. Being 7 days, that's why you're supposed to like wrap them in fucking wrap them up so the sun doesn't heat them up. So they don't bud. Either way, that's the only real problem I would have is they fuck the apple trees up.
You guys are over here talking about fucking being snow and shit, and I'm sitting here in shorts and flip flops.
Nice view too.
Well, it is 0 degrees. I could technically have shorts and I could go outside because it's 0 here. It's not even fucking freezing, man.
Eagle, when you like go for jogs around the neighborhood or whatever, do you ever like find spots and be like, oh shit, that'd be an ill spot to put a plant or some shit? You know what I mean? Because everywhere I go, I end up doing that.
There's lots of places I haven't seen it. It's mostly houses where I'm running right now, all roadside. But I'm sure there's places you can always chuck seeds somewhere.
Exactly.
Seed that shit.
I almost did that at this landfill I was working at. It was like 300 acres of just like landfill area, and I was like, I wonder how it would grow on top of like a giant methane pile.
The actual grass grows good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the water turns blue around there.
I've showed it before over here. We have a landfill area. It's made a big mountain now, and it's got layers and it's grass terraced, and then there's a street, and then right across it's all the cranberry bogs. That's how we get our big, delicious, plump cranberries.
Nice.
I'm kind of curious to see what the some spots out in the deer woods look like come spring, because I threw handfuls of seeds in just random spots out there.
Yeah, I'm getting a plant ready to put outside here pretty quick. Couple of weeks, maybe 3.
Are you going to finish it out like a finished flowering out there? Is you still sending both off?
Yep.
Nice.
Matter of fact, it's going to be Smiley's white cranberry across to Jack Skillington that I'm going to put out there. Put it in my new garden, my little, what is it? It's a 2x3 kind of little garden spot.
Nice.
Outside. I dug it down deep, kind of made a horticulture or a Google culture setup on it so it's a lot deeper than it looks. Put new soil in it, worm castings, just, set it up for a nice grow.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to throwing that baby out there, and because I had a plant out there all through winter, and it's still alive, so it didn't die. I'm gonna throw that thing. I'm gonna throw smileys right over there next to that one. It'll be a fun little experiment.
Didn't you try
Yeah,
one
that
a
one
few
goes.
years back, putting one out there, or was it a little later in the season trying to grow it in the summertime? I thought,
Oh yeah, absolutely. I did. I put that fucker out there. I wanted to see what would happen, and it was the Thai strain that I had, the squirrel tail, and that one there. I let that fucker go, and I put it. It was the clone of the original mother. I put that thing out. It literally one day, it came and it got so fucking hot, the whole thing went brown. Boom, one day, bam, it just died.
I thought that correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought it would. You did tried it the year the park caught on fire. Didn't you throw one out there that year?
Yeah, but I didn't do this. I cut it down before, it got really hot. Yeah. But I wanted to see what it would do. I wanted to see would the plant actually, it's a Thai plant. I figured it'd be able to handle some fucking extreme shit. So I wanted to test her. Well, she can't handle this fucking shit out here. I'll tell you that.
I'm on mute. Okay, yeah. Oh, whoa, back to the Thai thing. Yeah, you just got one of those like Thai lady boys fucking seeds, buddy.
Well, I don't know. I got
The
in there
captain
from
got you good on that
Captain
one, man.
420, so I couldn't tell you what kind it was.
Yeah, the captain got you on that one, man. Guarantee. She's asking for his lemon G cut.
But I like the squirrel breath that I made out of it. It's working really nice.
What's that?
And
Is
that's
that a modern thing crossed with the fucking squirrel tail?
the
That'd be
squirrel
kinda
tail
cool.
cross to the Mendo breath.
Wow.
When I did the cross for the trying to make the fuck off project, I put that shit together with I put the Mendo breath together with, I think it was at the Mendo Loco SoCal.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Sorry, I was muted. Yes.
Yeah. So I put those two together, and the Mendo Loco female that I had didn't even. I mean, it made a few beans, but it just did not accept the pollen off the Mendo breath. And I had that squirrel tail off in another bucket away from that in the same room outside because I wanted to see if anything would happen with that as well. And what I mean by a bucket is it was in a probably like a 18 to 20 gallon Rubbermaid tub, and it was set aside from it. And the Mendo breath was up on the counter, and so it basically went through the room and it pollinated the squirrel breath. So that's how I ended up getting the squirrel breath out of that. And I didn't get a whole lot of beans on my squirrel breath as well, but I think I only had like 24 beans or something like that. It came off of the plant that were viable. All the other ones were just white, weak, didn't develop all the way.
That goes back to the male.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If you
I
got,
don't think it,
if you got a male,
I
up on
don't
the
think it had
countertop
a
and it
big
hits the
dick.
entire room,
You know what I
you
mean? I
should
don't think
have.
it had a big dick, and it didn't work well in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Was the squirrel tail worth the whole 13 18 weeks or whatever it was?
Oh
Was it good
yes, I
smoke?
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was good. Yes. It was it had kind of a very a very tropical kind of a nutty tropical little bit of a tropical fruit, but not something that I'd ever kind of ventured upon. So it had kind of a citrusy kind of a tropic kind of taste to it, and that was very on the low side. It wasn't on the heavy side there, but it
But with a bit
definitely
of nuttiness to it?
it had a nutty type of a flavor to
Fuck
it.
yeah,
It
buddy.
was very
Very
enjoyable.
cool. Yeah, I just had a truffle runts, which is like white truffles crossed with runts, and then just random seeds, threw them out, and it was the same flavor profile you just described.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and the thing that I enjoyed the most was it gave me that kind of euphoric kind of a, I don't know what would you say, it it kind of reminded me of the old tie that I had back in '76, probably before you were born.
Just made you happy. It's like happy weed, good buzz,
Yeah.
good duration.
You guys see that good old fashioned stink bomb I was just holding up?
I wasn't even looking, man. Hold it up again, man. There you go. Old fashioned
Yeah.
stink.
Fuck yeah. Don't drop that.
Oh no, I got that. I got that in a nice tube for when I go to a certain event where I see a certain vendor. I might have to drop it off. You know what I mean?
That's
So,
cool.
Eagle, you have any luck getting a hold of Busy Bee?
I haven't tried, to be honest with you, in the last few days. I haven't tried to line up any interviews last.
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump out. I gotta go finish packing and shit. I'm leaving in a few hours, so
Have a
last minute
safe trip.
crunch.
Yeah, brother. Be
Eagle,
safe
fuck
out
you
there.
for having
Don't
us.
work too hard.
Appreciate you, so cat.
Seth, Johnny, Anna Trooper, Major. We'll see you guys Thursday from not in SoCal.
Peace out.
See you.
So how's the running going, Eagle?
I'm doing well. I'm actually running an 8K Saturday.
Ole.
Yeah. Frankenmuth, Michigan. Headed down there to run that 8K. Kind of open it as I go along. I'm trying to do at least one race a month until the marathon. And I'm
Right.
trying to up my mileage at least a mile a week. Trying to run outdoors, uphill, all that good shit every other day. So
Every other day? Whatever
yeah.
given pace, like there's a given heart rate you want to hit. Is that how you're doing it?
I've been right. I average out in the cold right now with all the extra clothes, about a 9.5 minute mile. Been running about 75 minutes and about 7.5 miles. Run training for the 8K for Saturday.
How's your heart rate? How's your heart rate during all that running?
Fucking solid, man, like a teenager, brother.
Like 150, 140 range?
Well, I got stats. I got
Yeah,
stats.
that's what I'm saying. Don't you have one of those fancy fucking watches you wear?
Well, I got the watch, but on top of that, I got a
The
run. What is
laser?
called a run
The
keeper.
laser?
So it tracks me in my runs, all that good shit.
These are like leaves from when our first plant we ever grew when we were like teenagers. I still got it in like a photo album. They're still green too.
What? Badass. That's cool. Do you remember what it was that you grew? Or just bag seed?
Yeah, it was like brick seed that rolled off the side of the magazine by the hundreds.
Yeah.
One of them germinated. That was the first plant we ever grew. That's what actually started for us for growing.
Was it like a big old sativa type of shit, or was it like a little squatty thing?
Just by looking at those leaves, it looked sativa-ish, but I don't remember. I
You
don't
don't
even remember
remember
what
that
I
one?
harvested like 2 harvests ago. Never mind, like 30 years ago. And shit was literally those things are literally
True
30,
enough.
1990 fucking 2 or 3 or some shit.
I can still picture like my first real grow that I killed because I put in an aquarium with a light and then shoved it in a closet. I can still picture that plant. It lived for a while. Then it
My
died.
first indoor grow was like that. Me and my brother lined my mom's, we had a room in my mom's house and we lined the closet with tin foil, put a bunch of CFL. Actually, they weren't even CFL. They were just regular bulbs. I don't even think they had CFL.
Yep.
And then we pretty much built a easy bake oven in there is what we really did.
Yeah. Because back then they were like 100 watts, right? Or 80 watts. They weren't like what we have now, 9 watts. What the fuck? Where's the 100 watt? We got to see, like we didn't care about hydro back in the fucking day. Yeah, man. Totally. Just cook those fuckers.
$165.
165? Woo,
Yeah.
buddy. Fuck yeah. There you go.
My resting heart rate's like 59 usually. Just sitting around. But I've been trying to keep track of the heart rate though to understand when I'm actually like getting more into a cardio run, burning more of the lactate instead of fucking any other kind of fucking acidy muscle bullshit. I actually gave up listening to music. I'm actually listening to books now when I'm like running and shit. About running. It's just
That's
been
cool.
It's kind of relaxing, super relaxing. I never thought I'd see myself running as much as I do, as much less running in the fucking cold. Ah!
Do you have the fucking $300 shoes yet, though? You at that stage yet?
I got some pretty pricey shoes, man.
They got you. You're hooked, buddy.
They're fucking, that ain't no joke, man. That fucking, it ain't no joke, though. It's really not. My fucking chiropractor fucking made me hip to that shit. I got looking at it, and there's fucking there. Your shoes are limited per miles, and it's 350 miles. So right now, actually, right here, I got my gym training shoes, my silver streaks, my chrome shoes, and my black burns. That's
Can
what
you
all.
rebuild those after 300 miles, 350? What happens?
Well, they say they start to break down, and they are not as
So
impact.
You probably feel it in your steps, right?
Impact is good.
Yeah.
All that good shit. It gets So they're actually saying it's best for your body to change it every.
Eagle, have you ever tried those barefoot shoes?
I have not. I'm interested though.
And ones with the toes?
Yeah, with the loose toes. Yeah, I like those shoes, man. They strengthen your feet for sure. You'll notice that you're, but and they'll make you run different though, right? They won't make you a heel striker. They'll make you run more natural, apparently.
Well,
if you have that issue,
you're gonna get a lot of below the knee injuries, heel striking.
Right.
You want to like actually strike right before right underneath you. You want to hit like right that sweet spot between the your heel and right between the front of your toes. That are where the arch. You want to hit right in the arch, right beneath your shoulders. For least
Where on the foot though? Not my shoulders. Where on the foot?
like right in the arch.
Okay,
Yeah, I know what you mean now. The arch at the bottom of your foot, that thing, the middle of that. Okay.
Literally, that's now when I'm like thinking about my feet hitting the ground, that's the spot where I'm thinking about hitting. Well, I don't want to be hitting on the back of my foot. If I hit on the front of my foot, it's too late. You know what I mean? I want to hit right underneath me, right in the art where my arch should be. I'm flat footed like a motherfucker, but
Right.
where my heart should be.
And smoking cannabis, you'll smoke right before you go for a run, or you'll be like,
Oh,
oh yeah, I'm
fuck,
going. Yeah, it doesn't affect you at all. That's fucking awesome.
No. I think it's great for the run. Helps me relax, helps my muscles relax.
Good.
But
Good.
I don't like the dabs before a run, but I smoke blunts all day.
Have you found like any cannabis that actually makes the running better? You found like, oh, give me that one. That one does this for me, or you're just like, just smoke whatever. Go. Doesn't affect the Eagle train. It runs on fucking diesel, buddy. That's Giver.
Oh yeah, anything edible. Shit, right now, the rubs, the salves, the topicals, have gotten me a long ways in the last year. Quite reliant on some of the salves, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, you're going to a chiropractor now, aren't you? And shit like that.
Yep. I actually trying to get them to sponsor this year for the marathon. That's how serious I see now, and that's how serious I'm actually.
That's how often you see him, or this is just like. Like
No, I see him. Well, now it's every 2 weeks. It was
every
like
2 weeks.
every week. Now I'm down every 2 weeks. But it's nice to get adjusted after a run. You know what I mean? Kind of get put back into shape the day after or later that day. But I am talking to sponsors and stuff like that, and as I get more and more serious about this running shit, I do more research on running and stuff right now than I do cannabis. So it's been true.
Well, time to hit up AC Infinity and be like, hey, I'm doing a run. I love weed. Let me rock your gear while I run. Tank gear. Resistance training gear by Eagle.
Have you ever thought about renting a pit bull to chase you?
No.
Kind of fear factor involved in it. See how fast.
He's gonna pretend the cops are behind him.
Right?
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Yeah, he's just committing crimes at night and running from the cops. That's his training.
Treadmills. I had built a few treadmills.
Did you get a home treadmill yet?
No, I've had home treadmills, but I built treadmills before.
Are you still a Michigan Eagle?
Yeah, up north, Holden Lake.
Okay, I see different background and stuff the last couple times. I didn't know it had happened, so I think I might have asked you last time. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm actually right on the lake now.
Oh, nice. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I've been up to Houghton Lake a lot.
I'm actually. This may even strike a sore note, but in my many endeavors lately with the Chamber of Commerce. I've actually spoke with them about bringing a marathon here to Holton Lake. And they're down 32 miles around the lake as I train. Coming up season to train for the marathon, I've put thought into running around the lake. And then as I looked into the numbers, so you can start at one end of the lake, run 26 miles to the next intersection of 55 and 18. 26, pretty much 26.2 right there. Town's looking for to bring in new events and draws. Talk to some of the local running people. They're kind of down as well. Might happen. I said next year. They're kind of maybe pushing for this year. So. It'd be interesting to see. Holton Lake needs something that besides the Bud Bash and the alcohol events that they put on, they need something with a little bit more healthier stuff. And I would, if some way possible, I'd like to. They're not far from Cannabis. They take on a lot of cannabis sponsors for Tip Up Town and stuff like that. So I think they'd be privy to having cannabis involved somewhere. So I'm interested to see where it's gonna go.
Oh, that sounds cool, man. Even does it have to be a marathon, or does it can be just around the fucking lake? Like, does it have to be like the 26 miles? Can it be the 32 or whatever? That sounds like a cool challenge itself.
Well, 32, yeah. Well, marathon is 26.2, but you could actually start at, like I said, from one end of the lake to the other. There's a main drag of main road, which would be a nice, start at one point, finish at one point. In between could be carnival, like the rest of the shit they like to do in between. All the businesses will usually like to have some type of involvement or whatever, so they could get involved in on it as well. Make it a town.
And would it be just the one race, or usually when these events happen, there's like a 2K and a 4K events too, or is there just usually one marathon because you don't want other people in the way or whatever?
Distances, and even at that, say that the distance in between A and B, they could do the 2K, 5K, whatever.
Wow, you want to track more than your like hardcore fucking runner, because you're not going to get much of a crowd versus if you can include everyone.
Oh, you could always.
yeah, cycle or ski. And smoke an ounce per kilometer challenge. A gram per K? Yeah, gram per K sounds good. Fire in a hole.
Hey, I'm gonna hop out, guys, so I can go check on the wife before she goes to bed.
Oh yeah, feeling frisky, huh? Go check on her, bud.
No, I gotta go tuck her and the dog in like the kids or some shit.
Yeah, you don't have to explain it.
But yeah, I'll see you guys Thursday. Peace out.
Peace out.
Later.
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 Yeah, how you like that white cranberry, Johnny? This is your first time growing it, or you grown it before, right?
I grew the white cranberry by itself before, and I like that one. And so no, I haven't grown this one yet.
Oh fuck yeah, you're in for a treat, man. I really like that one. I think that was almost the winner of the whole Smiley's gear.
Well, actually, I had one of the GG4 High Mac, and that one there, I was highly impressed with that. It was very tasty. It gave me a lot of the Gorilla Glue #4, the flavor of that, as well as it gave me some High Mac, which I grew some the High Mac as well of Smiley's.
Just a straight cut of High Mac?
Just straight cut of High Mac, yeah.
Oh, you still have that? You're such a lucky dude, man. That's crazy.
Oh, I had beans of that he sent me.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I grew some of that. So I knew that I kind of had a good representation and profile of it. So it gave it more of a kind of a sweeter flavor to it. But when he crossed that together, man, it was nice. It had a really it wasn't a real big producer, but it was gorgeous. It was beautiful, had real gorgeous looking flowers, and very, very trichomy, very heady, very nice hitting. And I crossed that one there to the I didn't do it on purpose. The Jelly Bean, when I ran that baby for 11 weeks, it popped out an anner at the end, and it got that thing infected. So now I have the GG4 High Mac that's crossed, and they're feminized. So that's kind of nice. I grew 6 plants, and all 6 were females.
And no hermaphrodites.
No hermaphrodites, no.
Yep. That's what I heard a lot. But if
I'm
the
telling
first
you, man,
generation,
it turned out so amazing. Now I got 6 different I call them gorilla beans. Or really they should be called gorilla hoe beans or gorilla high beans, I think. But yeah, they're nice. Very tasty. I've got a couple of them right now in flower, and looking forward to seeing what the representation is of the clone. Because I've already smoked the seed, so I'm looking to smoke the clone. I want to see what that tastes like. Because I know it always expresses a little bit deeper in the clone. And then after that, it just kind of stays the same.
well, I always like to, if you're going to keep the clone, it's almost getting spoiled if you try to compare that to the original seedling because it's not quite the same.
No, it isn't.
Neither even the growth pattern. The seedlings
like
just going to grow different and be different.
It's like having a granddaddy version of the seed. A little bit more mature, a little bit been down the road a little further, able to express itself. Maybe a little bit more of the other traits of it comes out as well. So yeah, I definitely like to follow through with a clone and do the sampling and tasting of that to get the true representation of the plant itself.
Well, maybe not the true representation, but the one you're going to be stuck with. The one you can
the true
repeat.
representation comes out in the clone, I believe, of the seed.
Because I think the true representation is the seedling.
Yeah,
from one-time deal, you get it.
Yeah.
I guess
one-time clone off of that, I believe that it gives it a much better representation of the plant, the full body of the plant itself, all the character of it. Of course, that's just grow science, what I see in the garden,
Not relate to you, man. That's a good statement.
Well, anyways, man, guys, I'm gonna say see y'all later. I got to get out. I'm gonna take care of some stuff, and then I'm gonna hit the sack because I got a lot of work to take care of. I'm trying to clean out my sheds right now.
How's your back doing, Johnny, man, before you leave?
Well, I gotta hire somebody to help me do things, but yeah, I can't really do shit.
Shit.
I can barely
without paying. You paying free though?
Get my garden work done.
You paying free, or you mostly paying free, or like? On a
I'll,
pain
I'll
scale, how
never
are you
be
doing?
I'll never be absolute pain free, but I'm walking straight again. I don't
Okay,
have all the issues with my neck and fainting because I had major issues with fainting with my neck,
right.
with my back. Shoot, man, I was walking like a 90-year-old man. So I was nearly broke down. Now that he
Right.
got that all straightened out, I can walk in a straight line instead of walking in circles. So it's really cool.
Oh yeah, man. I'm happy
Yeah, I
to
like
hear
it.
that for you.
Yeah, I'm happy about it. I'm
Well,
real happy.
you know what's really good for the back, man, is that trying to get in that water, man. You know, to a big ass pool if you can.
Oh
Yeah,
Try to
man,
get
I drink so much water, it's crazy.
no,
yeah.
no, no, like
No,
in a pool,
swim.
like try to swim in and get that weight off your structure and get exercise at the same time. You know,
Oh
try
yeah,
swimming
yeah, yeah. I
if you can.
understand what you're saying there. Yeah, definitely.
I know that's hard in the fucking desert of Las Vegas, but either way, Johnny, peace out, man.
All right,
Get well,
man.
dude,
We'll catch you guys later. Later,
for
Eagle.
sure.
Take care,
Peace out.
Johnny. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only had like maybe twice in my life a bad back where you know like it's hard to fucking move. You can't get out of bed, sleeping's hurting. You know it's that whole going downstairs is worse than going up type of shit. And that was that. Even then, that only lasted 4 days. I couldn't imagine living with that much pain for more than that. Like, fuck, I hate back pain.
I've got really nasty back pain from being a paratrooper and being in the army for so long. I've like had a my main didn't open one time, and I had to land on I deployed my reserve chute, and your reserve shoots across your belly, so it deploys forward. So you're like laying back on your back when you land.
Fuck.
So yeah, so and yeah, so and then like I've fallen down like mountains in Afghanistan and stuff. It's like
Is it
it's
possible to get
crazy.
like compensation? I presume you get some kind of fucking compensation from the government, anyways, don't you, for being a soldier?
I don't. I honestly don't want to like be involved with them in any way.
Right. That's too many restrictions on other consumptions, I presume too.
No, not
No.
anymore. But at the same time, it's just. I
I know
mean,
you're
I
doing.
can go. I'm actually gonna start doing something about that, like where I can possibly like go get money. I know you can, if you go see your own doctor. But before, it's like you had to go see VA doctors, and I just sorry, I don't mess with VA like in any way, shape, or form. If I can do it through my own personal doctor, then that's a whole nother story. And I've just been recently exploring that. So whatever it is, I don't really care.
You were working with some access to mushroom rights for veterans too, weren't you?
I was more so doing
How,
like clinical research stuff. So yeah, like very limited access, but
how's
yes.
that whole forecast looking? Is it going to happen, or
Um, no, it's in its paces.
first step, right? Or about to take the first step? How
It's
did the
it's where
clinical
it needs to
trials
be.
go? Did they actually improve anything, the mushrooms? Do you know
I
yet, or you can't say?
I'm actually at a point where I've like signed an NDA. So
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just wink, place if it helps.
yeah.
Right.
So yeah. So I mean, I wish I could say more, but yeah, it's just it is what it is.
Hmm.
Um, you get like certain licenses and certifications. You got to start shutting your mouth.
Right.
But yeah, it's good stuff. I like it. But yeah, man, my back is all jacked up. I'm going to the doctor. I got a new doctor because I have this new job and I have new health insurance and stuff. So I had to like switch up. So I had started the process with my other doctor, or started talking about it at least. I need to start that all over again now once I get a new doctor, because it's a different healthcare plan and they're on different networks apparently. So but yeah, once I get that established, I can start getting probably some compensation. I don't know like what my percentage will be, but I mean, there's a fair amount of damage. But then
But
I also I did more damage to myself probably because like I was a commercial diver too. So I did that like after the military, and that's pretty stressful on your body too.
I presume you're just not clearly thinking now, and you just said that statement of delusion because you're tired. And that's not a true statement. You didn't do anything after the military that jeopardized your back. Only the military jeopardized your back. That's what I remember.
Yeah. 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 I had just planned in life never to deal with the government again because I've just seen too many guys go to the VA and just need therapy from being at the VA or dealing with the VA. And it's just like, to me, that just didn't seem worth it. I've seen so many guys get turned away. I went twice when I first got out, and they turned me away twice. And I was like, all right, I'm not doing this anymore.
Well, isn't like 18 vets die a day?
No, it's 22.
22?
Yeah, it's 22. That's the minimum number, statistical number each day. It's usually higher. Some days it's lower, but it's usually higher. So that's why it's
Well,
like an average
some's going to take
that,
a couple days to find out, right? Most of these people are alone,
Mhm,
unfortunately.
exactly. And a lot of the guys, unfortunately, they're on the streets too. So it's like whenever they find them.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Sorry to be all down and depressing. It's just what it is.
No, that's the fucking truth, man. That's not, that's fucking life, ain't.
Yeah, no, it's just like stuff that people don't usually like to hear about. So it's just like but that's also part of the reason why it persists so badly. It's because like people don't want to talk about it. People just want to act like it's not happening. I had 8 months of my life where I had 11 people I served with pass. 2 were from combat, and then the others were from taking their own life or overdose, because it just, when one went, the other went, and then it was a domino effect. We all knew each other, so it's a real thing, man. And in my local area, there's a vet that I don't know what happened to him, and I can only imagine, like, he was probably on some drugs and stuff that the doctors gave him, and then like they didn't give him enough, and so he probably found some other drugs to go with it, and he ended up shooting some of his neighbors, the HOA lady and another neighbor. I mean, I understand, people can be infuriating, but they don't deserve that. And but the other thing is, like, probably wasn't himself because of like all the stuff that like they just push on them. They're like, oh, you feel like this? Okay. It's just like they just over medicate people. I don't take any pills, so except my Mucinex, so my sinuses and stuff. I'm not a psychopath, but
Oh, you Eagle, you on some daily pill shit?
No, you can't even fucking get me fucking take shit, man. A lot of days it takes me
Where's that beet
hours.
juice? Where's that beet juice shit? You got it somewhere.
I take my share of supplements now. Don't get me wrong. I beet
That's what I'm
juice,
saying.
chaga mushrooms, lion's mane, cordyceps. I take some shilazite, which is like a tar kind of shit. But I do take supplements, but as far as like supplements and shit like that,
Do you know, like, you're up to date on the whole mushroom extraction and what it means? You know all those different terms? Like, I know it's pretty complex when you look at the back of the mushroom, but I know there's certain wording you want to look for the actual, because apparently a lot of that mushroom pill stuff is just not the active ingredient, right? Or it's processed
I
in
hate
such
to
a way
say
that
this, but anymore. I Miss Angel there in chat before I can fucking even throw it in the cart or whatever. She's got it. It's fucking Google and
there you go. There you go. You got a good woman then. Fuck yeah. Yeah, good.
this isn't good. You don't want this. You don't want this. God damn it.
Yeah. Because I catch the odd show, that mushroom show, I think it's called. Some guy in Canada has a huge mushroom show, and he went through how a lot of supplements are just bullshit. Like they're not actual, the good stuff in the mushroom, or the extraction of it is just done in such a way that it negates the properties of the mushroom. A lot of it's just, especially the whole supplement fucking game. You ever go into those health food stores? It's crazy. All these bottles, you're lost. I wish there was just a good health food store that just had all their recommended shit. Like, here's your vitamin A, the best one, boom. Not like 10 companies of fucking vitamin A. Because that's when it gets just overwhelming, right?
There's definitely, that's for sure.
Yeah, the vast selection.
Yeah, you can definitely pay for a better source vitamin than, vitamin C's perfect, example. You can get vitamin C from a lot of sources, which is the best. Not my part.
Well, don't you get that? You get a lot of that from orange juice and shit, right? I don't think you got to worry about that one. Vitamin A, probably, maybe those. K is probably a rare one, right? Vitamin K. Probably don't get that too much and shit.
Greens, right? Greens are good in K. Vitamin K. A high K.
I don't know. Whatever. I just try to eat good. Don't rely on pills too much. Try to eat a good fucking meal of, the more color on your plate, the better, as they say. That's a good principle we try to live by. I've been spoiled, man. The wifey, like we used to live on, like, sort of like your typical diet, quick food. But lately, the wifey's been picking it up and been making homemade everything. Like, even like our bread now is homemade, which, as a kid, my old man used to make us bread all the time. And man, homemade bread is addictive. That's the only bad thing about homemade bread. It's so good. Especially the fresh shit.
Hey guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I gotta get up at 4.
Thanks for popping in, brother.
Yeah, man.
Thanks
for having me. You guys have a good one.
Peace out, dude.
Yeah, man. Take it easy. Good luck on your race.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yep. Yeah, no problem. Bye.
That is, let's do go through a hard time, man. And it isn't talked about. It's fucked up. I always thought it was fucked up, but I do think it's fucked up. That cannabis isn't one of the things that vets are offered as far as something to deal with their mental stressors from everything they deal with. A lot of times they even have to, worry about their cannabis consumption and losing benefits. Here's to the bets.
Yeah, exactly, right? If they use cannabis, they'll lose all their little bit of income they get, which is a ridiculous little amount that they can barely live on anyways. Like, they should just get free shit no matter where they go. Just wear a uniform. It's like, oh, hey, there's a vet. Yeah, oh, here you go, free food. What do you want? Oh, here's a movie. Yeah, you're welcome, free. Don't worry about it. Like, who would charge such a man who gave his life for us? It's just ridiculous that someone would be like, oh, no, sorry, sir, that's not free. It should be just like, oh, here's a card. Like, he just swipes it. It should be just given to him like a ultra max fucking credit card. All right, like, here you go, free services for whatever you want. And yeah, here's housing, so you're not alone. It's with vets. That's part of this whole system too, though, is to get your own house, individualize yourself, separate yourself.
I feel like I should address this, but it's hot. Why it's hot, Major.
Do it, man. Do it.
The racing thing, man. Because I could feel the and I knew that was coming, because we've all wanted like a Weed Nerd World type event. Talked about it many years now, and the thought of me saying something about the race, I'm sure left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth.
What?
I've thought about this, and the only reason why one would happen before the other is strictly involvement. You know what I mean? a city type event like that, people with pocketbooks come running. You know what I mean? To put on a weed nerd event myself, it strictly would be pretty much out of my pocketbook until things got rolling.
Oh yeah, I
And
won't worry.
that shit ain't happening right now. The
No,
fact
just
that shit ain't happening right now. It's super tight. So if the race event would have happened first, well, it's just because again, there's
no,
people
no,
back.
no. Here's a quick fucking fix to everything. Boom, boom, boom. Why not the weed nerds? All right, meet up
I
with the
mean,
booth crews, the boofers, man. They have their little fucking meet up, right? The weed nerds with the weed nerds, man. The boofers, the booth crew, right? They have that Southern booth crew thing. If you really want to get together, meet up, share some cuts, meet a whole bunch of cool people who like weed. That's where you meet up, man. Straight up collab, the weed nerds and the boofers.
oh, it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when, how. I'm too picky on it. I'm kind of picky on it. I just would rather it be a chill event. You know what I mean? Where we all get together and it's like family. That's what I envision it. It's like a family type of thing. You know what I
No,
mean?
not more down like weed throwdown. Like get your fucking tokes on. Let's bong it up. Let's throw down. Who can smoke the gram the quickest? Has to be some games in the fun here. We just don't want to hang out like a whole bunch of hippies. I'm like, how you like that flavor, Sammy? Oh shit, that was pretty good, Billy.
What I envision is like food. You know what I mean? Because you got we all like got our own individual loves. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's some of us out there that love to barbecue, grill, make food. Boom. You guys can have that. You know what I mean? And there's more than a few that play guitar, musicians. Bring that shit. We're gonna fucking campfire music. You know what I mean? There's a lot of funny motherfuckers in here, man. Sit around, tell jokes. You know what I mean? Just get high. I see 2, 3 days. You put a fucking roll down the river in tubes and shit involved in that somewhere. Well, more than you need 2, 3 fucking days, really. You know what I mean? That's
Maybe just a little competition somewhere. Maybe a little horseshoe action, just to get
there you
rid of
go.
that competition urge.
Volleyball, little volleyball. Everybody loves volleyball.
No way, man. Jumping and spiking shit. Oh, that's just disastrous, guarantee. Like ankle breakage, fucking just disaster.
Volleyball's always fun. You gotta
Uh,
slow it down. We could have hacky sack circles. What do
maybe
you
frisbee.
now we're talking about what you want to have little chess tables
Yeah,
and shit.
you just took it too high, man. Take it back a step.
Tables,
You're getting
rigging.
too athletic, way too athletic. He's like, all right, guys, let's go for a 3 kilometer run. Come on, we nerd run.
Hey,
The only eagle. Actually, dude, the other day, I ran my boy out. Our car had the classic battery issue, right? It didn't start, but it did start. And then the wifey took it, blah blah blah, waited for the bus, but she shut it off. She didn't leave it running. And either way, the car died. I went and got the boy with the little sled. It just fits him basically. It's like one of those Pelicans classic sleds, classic fuckers, 3 feet long. Got him, but I ran all the way home. It's about a kilometer run. It felt fucking awesome, dude. It almost like I got into the fucking zone. Almost.
the more you get into it, the more you enjoy it. I'm telling you, I never thought in my life that I would be into this as deep as I.
Oh no, it's a cool sport once you get good at it. You just gotta pay the price of getting good at it. My best running experience ever was in Nova Scotia, and it was a trail I didn't know, but I just actually it was on the way back, so I sort of knew the trail, but it was the hottest day in fucking I don't even remember the temperature, but it was hot as hell, but it was still frost in the snowbanks, well in the ground, right? Like, all these weird rocks, and you felt the cool air from all these big rock crevices and shit, right? There's cold air coming. But I remember running down this pathway just to kind of scare the wife and just to get ahead of her. But man, I kept running. The ultimate high and rush was running down that trail. It felt so, in tune with nature. It was like you hit a flow state. Like if you ever go rock climbing, you do shit just automatically. Like you kind of remember the sequence, what you have to do, where you rest and shake. But eventually, you do that so many times where you just do it automatically, right? You just remember the sequences, the hand changes, if all that stuff, flow state, and that came so quickly that time. That was almost my first time hitting flow state. I didn't know that what it was. But running down that trail running with the cold breeze, everything was just so energetic and stimulating, and it was magical. Like I still remember the feeling of it. There's no exhaustion. That's the point of it too. Is no like, oh, that was hindering my body. It was hard to do. It didn't even. It was not even the focus. The focus was on the whole. Just focusing, not running or dying, running down this fucking trail. It superseded everything else. But yet the coolness of the rocks was into the flow of the whole thing. By the time I ran down the trail, I didn't even realize how far I went or how long I ran. I waited for the wife for like 15 minutes. It's like, oh, what the fuck? Oh yeah, shit. I just kept giving her. That I think is where I want to get back to. Is like if I start running, it's going to be in the woods. It's going to be like unknown trail. Oh, here's a deer trail. I'm going to run down this trail and be like, imagine I ran up to a fucking deer. That'd be like the ultimate thing to do. Would be track down a fucking deer.
It's fucking meditative running. It sounds like to me when you get out there and like I'm not that like country right now. You know what I mean? But when I get out off the main road there, there's some nice. That's when you're like looking off into the trees and shit. The other day I caught myself. There was fucking two fucking big old blackbirds sitting side by side in a fucking tree and shit. I just fucking caught myself like this, you know what I mean? Staring at them for the longest fucking time. God knows how long that, you know what I mean? Quarter mile, half mile, something like that. Just kind of wondering, you know what I mean? It's easy to get lost when you're out there in the nature like that, man. Fucking forest.
Those moments I catch, and then that's when I do the weird thing, like look up and like, you made me smile again, you fucker. Like, God, Jesus did that for me, you motherfucker. Fuck you. But yeah, something special like that. You're like, damn, that was once again, that put a smile on my face. And little moments like that make the day, dude. Fuck yeah.
Nature will bring you back. That's for sure.
Yeah, and plus there's an unwritten transfer of energy that happens when you go into the forest, right? I think there's studies on it. I can't recall the names of these studies at all right now, but I remember there's some kind of weird, like how people felt days after going to the forest, like some kind of weird regeneration that people got versus people who didn't go into the forest, right?
There's a lot of studies about that. Forest bathing. It's called forest bathing.
Is that what it is? I'm not right in on the latest forest bathing techniques, but I do believe it. There's definitely why I love going to the forest, man. Like I'm surrounded by it. I'm lucky enough.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Had some walks last year. Last year we had some of the we're talking about rocks. All right, this is kind of funny. You may think this is funny, you may think this is awesome, I mean, whatever. The rocks I was talking about, the ones that are grinding in the other room right there, are me and Angel picked them up last year. We went to there's a Huron National Forest isn't far from here, and they got walking trails and whatnot through the forest there, and walking, running trails. So we took a bunch of mushrooms and went through the walking trails and shit. And I told part of this story on here, but not all of it. So we fucking take off. We take a bunch of mushrooms. We take off down the walking trail. Then the next thing you know, we're literally like fully mushroomed up. Now we're in the side, like walking trails where it's all like moist, barefoot. We're now carrying our shoes. and like rock hunting. So at one point, it indicts the rocks that are being tumbled right now. Fucking one with pockets full of rocks. Our shoes were full of rocks. At one point, we crossed these old people, and we're all like laughing and tripping balls and talking. I was talking some big shit. And these old people walk by us, and we're just literally like laughing and smiling, walking through this mud with our fucking shoes in our hands, full of pockets full of rocks. And I think people looked at us like, I remember those. I remember good times like that.
They're probably like, yeah, honey, almost time to take my shoes off, too. I'm collecting some rocks. Bust out those mushrooms, woman. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah,
Good times.
collecting those
Looking
rocks.
forward to
Yeah.
going back.
Yeah, you probably find a bunch of those like quartz and like granites up there, don't you? Like nicer rocks. Like I think I will follow this guy like Michigan Rocks. He collects rocks and then he tumbles them, and then totally switch on how they look. He
I
sells a
found a
couple
bunch
things.
of like agate and all kinds of really cool shit. It's in the other room. I found one that's I forget the fucking exact. It's a rocachite. It's got like a few different crystals. It's got copper in it, and it looked like almost like a snake eye sticking out of the ground. And I picked it up and I was like, this is a fucking majestic stone. I've carried it ever since. But I hand polished it with my Dremel and like some buffing compound. But now I've broken down and I threw it in the tumbler. So now I'm trying to polish it. But right there where this area is so Higgins Lake was formed by a glacier that sat there and melted. At some points, it's 131 feet deep from the depression from the glacier. Right there, where we were going through the forest, there's also a depression from a glacier, and that's where we were looking for stones. So basically, untouched ground, you know, smashed and fucking pieces of earth moved there from the glacier moving across the ground, and we found like a fucking. I've even somewhere I've still got like a list of the park. Where like X marks the treasure spot.
Hey, I got an off topic question for you. What's up with Oak Island? What's going on with Oak Island lately, man?
Oh, they're getting close, man. They're getting close.
Are they at the bottom of the fucking money pit yet, or what? Or we're getting close, boys.
They found it. They're calling it Aladdin's Cave, and they're getting
Oh,
ready to dig into it. And then they found another chain, the Garden Shaft, where they found a. It's getting super interesting. I mean, they find more and more shit every week. It's like holy shit, and the time's going back further and further. It's funny they're doing like they're searching this lot 5, which was this guy's family. He was one of the original searchers, and he passed like 3 years ago, and his family just sold off his lot. And the team went in there and they're just like uncovering like bang, 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 right on it. Dude was like sitting on top of like the gold mine this whole time. Just didn't have the money to, dig into it or whatever. But hopefully the family made some type of deal to where, yeah, we'll sell it to you, but you guys find some shit.
is that the next season? Is that where the season ended?
There's
Or is it still
say
going?
this might be the last one, but we're getting a little late in the season and they've skipped a few episodes. So
Shit.
it's getting pretty interesting. And definitely I found a lot of cool shit.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I used to watch that fucking Parker show, the gold rush shit. I was really into that. But then I started believing like they're just making up all the gold they find, I think. It's like, how can you find that much gold all the time? And
So you want
sometimes
the real
Hmm?
go ahead. I was gonna
Yeah, I
say
mean,
you want answer on the Oak Island thing too. So half of that is like I'm a cheap fucker and I won't pay for a lot of these streaming services. And this like I've just been trying to catch like Oak Island on YouTube.
Okay.
These fuckers I had this year are like dirty tricks, man. They'll play like half the episode and then it's some weird shit like midway through, or they repeat like the first half of the episode. So I've only watched bits and pieces, not like whole episodes. So no.
I got you. I got you.
It's true though. It's true. Been a weird year, man, though. You know.
I thought 2024 was going to be your year, man, huh?
It is gonna be my year. It started
There you
off,
There
threw
you
me a loop to start off, but I'm still bright-eyed and bushy kid.
I think it's all good.
Yeah,
Yep.
seems to be pretty good that way.
You sticking with this the fucking glasses too, though? You're away from the contacts?
Fucking no, man. I'm about ready to give up. I've been going back and forth, man. I hate the glasses. They're always dirty.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe just get bigger ones, bigger glasses, so that the dirt just will get scattered more on the outside. Right.
Oh,
So
like what do you call them? Practically the
yeah, the big boys, big as grandma style, man. I think you need like some Elton John, switch it up. Just,
Jew like the old Jewish lady glasses.
yeah.
Right? Big, just like fucking. I asked that the other day. I was looking at somebody and I can't remember who it was, but they had transitioned into the big glasses. And I'm like, is there a level of fame where you just don't give a fuck and they talk you into putting the motherfucker?
Yeah, grandma. It came back. Like my grandma had that style like in the 80s or 90s, whatever the fuck it was, man. And now everyone's rocking the big fucking stupid frames. It just goes around, comes around, man.
Oh, I'll take my chances on going blind with the contacts, I think. Or laser surgery at some point. Yeah, they're always fucking dirty, scratched. These sit crooked on my face. I hate them. I'm not. It's nice not to play with my eyes all the fucking time, but yeah, I hate the glass.
The LASIK sounds good, man, but there's also, some chances. Maybe just do one eye, see if it goes good. Be like, okay, at least I got one eye that didn't fuck up. Then come back maybe the next week when you can see. I don't know if I'd risk two eyes at once, so man. Fuck me.
That shit's getting cheap, and that bothers me a little bit because I see some, $600 per eye, and then I like talk to somebody else, and they're like, "Nah, it was like $5,000 per eye," and I'm like, "So I should be leery of that, like $600 special?"
Yeah, and the waiver, I believe, is like probably detailed to the point where you're like, oh, you may go blind. You are aware of the risks that you blah blah blah, and the list is probably like 100 fucking sheets long. And then you'll just sign, yep, I'm aware of this, bop, 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 and then you'll just go and buddy, hopefully nothing goes wrong. But I don't know, man. I'd rock the glasses if I were you, or the contacts. I wouldn't go with the LASIK yet.
Been out forever
But
now.
I guess you're a runner now, though. You can't run with glasses, can you? It probably bother you even more.
I do run with them. Days like today and last few weeks where I'm trying to run cold and
Fog up.
man, this is no bullshit. I don't sugarcoat shit. You know what I mean? If I say something, I'm gonna do it. Usually, fucking, I ain't gonna sugarcoat what happened. This last run, I about died I literally died in that last 5K. I ain't gonna bullshit anybody. And fucking holy shit, that cold air and in the combination, I ended up mid race taking off the glasses and trying to pull up the gator to be able to breathe. But at that point, my breathing was so shallow that pulling the shit over my face really constricted my breathing. And it was tough. The 3 miles was the toughest 3 miles I've ever ran. And I was literally like 500 feet from the finish line, and my body was ready to shut down.
What
But I
was the
mean,
temperature?
literally, I finished that 500 feet. I didn't want to breathe. It felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest. As soon as I fucking crossed that finish line, I took a knee. I took a knee right fucking there in the center of the road. It fucking caught my breath, and it took a second. It took a second. That cold air for the rest of the day, man. I could hardly fucking breathe. Every time I breathed in that cold air, it was terrible. And I
What was
still
the
got a little
temperature?
bit.
What was
It
the
was
race
my
day temperature? Fahrenheit, 4 Fahrenheit.
yeah,
So
minus
that's like
four.
what? Minus 20, 29, 20 something, 25, somewhere down there, right?
It was, yeah, whatever that is in Celsius. Yeah, and but yeah, I wasn't prepared for that. And
Minus 20, minus
breathing
20.
right. And so yeah, the glasses cost me there a little bit, but no excuses. It is what it is. It's what I like about this running though, Major, is setting these goals, and you know what I mean? Coming off on the other side of that fucking race, even though it was one of my shorter races, you know what I mean? I set a goal, I accomplished it, and fucking, I learned something. When I can walk off that line, you know what I mean? I've pushed my body to limits because I said I was gonna do it. And when I get there, you know what I mean, and I regroup and I look back, I can do anything.
There you go. You would have been good in the army, son. You would have been good in the army. Yep.
So each one of these things, man, it's a bar to see how far I can push myself.
And now you're going for the fucking limit, the fucking marathon.
Marathon isn't the limit.
Well,
There's
that's
also
pretty well up there. That's up there. For your average guy, you say, oh, let's run a marathon. They're like, what? That's crazy.
you know
42
that's
kilometers.
funny. Marathon is the name of the guy that ran, or name of the battle, a Greek battle, if I'm not wrong. And the guy ran 26.2 miles back to tell everybody about the loss of the battle and then died. So this marathon is
Fuck Eagle, you should have jinxed yourself, man.
it's like a race to celebrate how far somebody can run.
Yeah.
They die. He's
Well, probably if you never trained in your life and then all of a sudden you got to run 26 Ks and you just kept going, yeah, you're going to die. Yeah.
guy's name was Marathon, and he died just after he finished the run. Thank you, Ned. Yeah, I knew it was so. He did die from a battle, running from the battle, though.
Damn.
But his name was Marathon.
That's cool, man. That is cool.
The point of this tonight, the thing I've talked about a lot of times is, man, we're never too old, Major. You know, that run you're talking about doing your shit again, you're not fucking too old to restart that shit. I didn't do this, and I didn't pick this up in actual running till I was 51. 51. It's like a year and a half into it now, seriously. And just getting to the point where I think I'm getting, where should be started. I should have started. I'm good when I take off. I feel better. I'm getting more serious about this thing. But again, 51, 46, I don't give a fuck. If you got that itch, And you think you can, you think you in your heart, if you want to do it, you do, that fucking chase that shit. It's never too late to change careers, fucking change your hobbies, change anything. You know what I mean? If you want to fucking, you can, and I'm a firm believer, if you want to do it, you can do it. You can fucking do it. Just put the time in, the passion. You see yourself doing it. We can do whatever. You know what I mean? Just follow your heart. Your heart's
It
got to be there.
starts with reasonable goals that you can achieve, right? And orienting your diet towards that and start stretching and living a more balanced lifestyle. And it's definitely a good thing, you know? And then, of course, that leaves you to thinking about your own mortality in the end and time itself. And yeah, it's not a dreadful thing. This is positivity, right?
All right.
And yeah, the journey is the end is the same for all of us, but let's not get there too soon, and let's make a hell of a ride well before the end is here, man, and set those goals. Yeah, I'd like to start running again, just to get in shape where you want to be at, right? Like I never want to be 200 pounds again. When you're like 160, 165 pounds, be able to float up rock, feel like you're invincible. That's the best feeling. That's awesome,
Yo,
man.
2 years ago, I was checking in about 195. Today, I'm checking in about after a run about 162.
Then we're buck 62 now. Oh shit. There you go, buddy. 30 pounds in 1 year. And you probably weren't too fat before, right? You
No,
probably lost a bit of muscle too, you think?
oh
You
yeah,
know, you slimmed
yeah.
down a bit.
Sad to see that that aspect about it. I've looked back at some pictures lately, and I'm like, holy fuck, hey there, yeah, waist
Yeah.
size. 2 years ago, I was with 34 waist. Right now, I'm checking in at like a 30. If they're completely different clothes. I can't
Fuck yeah,
even wear
there
it.
you go. There you go. Yeah, it was always a goal to fit back into skinny jeans. I want to say I still got them somewhere, yeah, but I don't think I'm there yet. But
I won't
one
wear
day,
the skinny jeans. I won't wear them.
well, the ones that used to fit you. That's what I'm saying. Not the skinny tight jeans that they wear now with, the tight ankle shit. No, no, no. That's what I'm
The
talking about. I'm talking about
Yosemite
like
Sam
the
jeans.
old pair of jeans you had that used to fit you. Maybe that $400 pair. Like, oh man, yeah, those are my favorite jeans, and they don't fit me anymore. Damn, big boy. Yeah, I probably, at my heaviest, I probably used to be almost 230 for sure. Probably around just below 200 now, I gotta say. I haven't weighed myself a long time. But this past fucking summer, I fucking picked up a 50-pound dumbbell. I was like, I wonder if I can curl this. I don't think I ever done a 50-pounder, man. I was like, yo, come on, boss, check it out. Bop! I did it twice, man, without ever training. And what I remember before back in college, I think that I only used to do like maybe 40s, and that's after warming up, right? So I think I'm stronger than I used to be. I don't know if that's good or not, though. But I used to work out in high school a lot. But in college, yeah, I stopped working out.
Doing the masonry work.
No, stop that, man. I went with my buddy Jamie, man, doing college maintenance,
Nice, nice.
just keeping care of rich people's houses, like running fucking fire hose just in case the fucking island catches on fire. It's like
I,
you're surrounded
I,
by water. How's it
I,
going? Where's the fire coming from? Well, just in case we start the fire. Okay, just set up this fucking 3,000-foot system for fucking what? Just make work projects, like fixing screens and like, oh, the light bulbs are out. You know how many light bulbs fucking phones we got called to? Oh, can you come switch light bulbs? It's like, that's going to cost this much. And, it's Jamie's first year. So he has to, like, he's surprised that he can charge people this much money for just doing this shit. It's like, yeah, fuck, dude, you have to.
that's what I did a lot last year. Fucking, you do all the work so they can go out and enjoy their time on the lake.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
They
Exactly. I
want
was
the
thinking like
house. They want to be able to just turnkey the house every
I
weekend.
want to do the side hustle, gotta get food prep for these fuckers is their next step. How can we get food to these guys? They want food in their fridge now. We don't want them going and get their food. Tell them that we can deliver the food. We'll get our wives doing it, you know? Like my wife only works on the computer. Like she could get the food, get it to us, you know? Like there could be another income stream there if we ever want to do that. You know. That was actually my sister's idea, and I'm going to steal it from her. Because I guess she thought of the idea, but she didn't really push it. But she has a couple people who there's too many rich people around here. That's the problem, and they'll just take anyone, and they'll be like, "Well, you can come and do all this stuff for me," and that's what you almost come like a little slave for them, almost, right? They'll get you to come walk their dog, pick their dog up, take them here. You know, it's just ludicrous stuff, dude. But that's what you have to do.
I lost a few good.
Hey, my boat's getting empty on the fuel. You think you can go fill it up? At the marina. Yeah, just 10 minutes. Yes, sir. You know, fill up the boat. It's just ludicrous. Weird summer. But I did make that independent structure. I phoned up this old dude who had a little low in the work. Like, you know, after you open up the cottages and it's getting near the end of the season, there wasn't too much going on in near end of September, right? Or mid-September, when the fuck it was. But I started making that fucking wood. That's a woodshed for that guy. That's a fir beam structure just for wood, firewood, just to burn firewood.
Keep it dry.
Cedar fir trim everywhere, 20-foot beam, just loaded, man. Crazy. 3/4 inch fucking plywood. Just what? Ludicrous structure. Probably ended up like, I don't even know the cost, to be honest with you. No idea. The wifey dealt with the majority of that. Don't even know the cost. But it's 15,000 plus just for his stupid woodshed. 8x16 woodshed.
Nice.
Cool. And he started off just, you know, those HGKs or whatever they call, you know, structural screws. You know, usually you don't do any joinery. You've done a couple pole barns. You probably like use those big structural screws. Like they come like two. Yeah, huge screws, right? Like it holds
pretty
like
much a fucking screw, lag screw, pretty much.
They can hold like 2,000 pounds, you know, per inch or something crazy force. Well, that's all he wanted originally, but then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, you know what? Can we do some joinery?" And it's like, sure. So all of a sudden now you're making all these weird pockets and shit on this huge beam. Just turned out to be just a ludicrous month project. Probably took me probably 4 weeks just to get his shit done. And now he's talking about coming back, and now he wants all these little bunkies made and a workout station, and need a platform for my fucking generator, all this stupid, you know. But I guess that's what I got myself into. It's better than no work, I guess.
It's not a bad gig.
It's not a bad gig, but it's still nothing like ultra creative. I guess I'm hoping to get his boathouse contract because he still hasn't built it. Everyone on this Lake Joseph, they have the fanciest fucking boathouse. Like, oh, you got a little house, yeah, cool. But everyone puts their money in the boathouse. Like he already has this huge pre-manufactured dock with all the steel, but he has no structure. So after making this structure for him, I'm like, oh yeah, it'd be nice, easy to duplicate that for your boathouse. And he's like, you know, that's not a bad idea. So already got post and beam going, you know, like just let's do it, buddy. So that could be like a, you know, a 2-year project, even 3-year, to be honest with you. Just straight up custom. Let's do it. What do you want, buddy? Do it. Yep. Don't like it? Let's tear it down. Let's make it better.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I've done that. I don't like the.
I don't mind
I don't like
doing
having
it.
the tear part perfectly
But
good.
usually, if you do it hardcore and you put it together so good, so you glue and screw, yeah, you're pretty well fucked. All right. That PL, once they started busting out the PL glue, I like using PL. I'll glue mostly everything. I'll just say, yeah, sure. put some PL on that, plus fasteners too, plus nails and screws, whatever. But usually I put PL on whatever. That's just, I don't know, just my standard.
Oh, that man, build it right. I don't like my shit ain't coming apart. I don't even, that's not even the. I've worked for people that had, and it sounds like the same type of people that it's just. I've spent a whole like year of my life fucking redoing like a second story level in fucking cherry, Brazilian
Wow.
cherry.
That's cool.
And the
Cherries.
homeowners come in or the owners come in and go, you know what? It is beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Can we just do it in walnut? Pull it all right back out and just same shit, just walnut.
It sort of pissed you off probably because you made all your corners so tight. It was
Oh, yeah.
everything was so good. And they're like, yeah, just take it out. Did you keep all that wood? Did you take it out? You kept all that wood though?
Fuck yeah, I did. That's
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
I got all kinds of shit behind me. Brazilian cherry. I've got. Oh yeah, yeah. Fucking, mine's throwing out Brazilian cherry. It was going to the dumpster.
Wow. Even walnut, imagine that. Walnut's so crazy. That's crazy. Like up here, walnuts like accent pieces, they'll spend like money on that, but never a room of full walnut. Wow, I've never seen that. I've done soapstone before. That's pretty intense, but wow, dude, that's fancy. That's fancy. That's
Really,
fancy.
the walnut was toxic. That shit's terrible on your lungs. The oil from sand the skin.
Yeah, apparently that MDF is even worse for you, right?
Oh fuck yeah, that shit's terrible.
I never liked working with that. I rarely did, but yeah, I knew all that weird particle shit.
Aldehyde is in that glue for the MDF. Not to mention, it's just, I can't imagine what that dust is, what the actual fiber is that you can put in that shit. The resin has, formaldehyde.
I forgot what I was just watching the other day on YouTube. I think it must have been like some kind of soil manufacturing. Yeah, that's what it was. It was
Here in Michigan,
Royal.
the factories and the plywood factories couldn't shut down during COVID because that glue was so toxic. They couldn't shut down like where they kept it. Like, right.
Because it dry or something weird. They had to keep the flow going. Some weird cycle. Once the machine stops, it's good for a couple of years, but we're out of that cycle, so we just gotta keep it going, boys. Okay, line her up.
Yeah, basically, it's what it sounded like. If we shut it down, then we're gonna have to just walk away from the land. So,
well, man, that whole fucking thing, I gotta admit, that was just a crazy time. I can't believe the whole thing, man, just crazy.
It was crazy time.
Mm-hmm. And now they still don't even want to bring out all the facts. They're still pushing up the fucking get your booster shot up here in Canada. There's still advertisements on this fucking screen. This bullshit. It's like, what? Are you kidding me? For what? Motherfuckers. Give me the proof. You still haven't done that. And you never will. Because there's no proof to anything. Because there's nothing that's beneficial from this shit. You cocksuckers. Fucking lie to us. Fucking right to your face. Lie to you. And now they think that they're going to trust you again. No. Now what are they going to do? They're going to mandate, right? They have this new treaty. Apparently, they want all the fucking governments to sign. So the WHO will get 5% of your health income. And on top of that, you'll be forced to follow their guidelines, whatever they recommend, like shutdowns again, like take the shot, that might come mandatory if your government signs this treaty. That they'll supersede your own government's wisdom. They'll just here, just sign away. Give us all your money, 5%. I don't know how much that turns out to be. But 5% from each country, that sounds like a lot of fucking money. And preparing us for what this new vaccine. Let's just stop working on this fucking advancement of like knowledge that you're pretending to gain from fucking with these viruses. Oh well, it's for your own safety. We're going to come up with the disease and the cure. Well, no, I mean I didn't mean to say that. We're just studying that what might be a disease, but it's really contained. Just contained, so don't worry about it. Right? It won't get out. It's like just no, that's not cool. Like that should be really, public. First of all, if you're doing it, I don't know if that should be allowed. Apparently, it is though. Shit, dude. That's some that should be voted on type of shit. That just shouldn't be allowed. At least I guess that's why it's foreign, right? That's why it's not in America and Canada. That's why it's over there. Even though it's might be funded by us, but the research is over there, but it's not us.
Get away with more shit wherever there is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, dude, it's probably it's almost 12, bud.
Yeah, we went almost an hour over. But it was worth it, man. It's been a while since I got to sit and chat with you, man. Internet seems
man. I'm glad it's all fucking good. Yeah. But you know what's really fucked up about that? Because I moved that internet over there, right? And then I don't know if you're aware of it, but I told you like I've been avoiding my propane company coming into my house all these fucking years. It's been like 4 or 5 years. I always avoided their inspection, right? But finally this fucking year, whatever, it worked out that, yeah, come on in, get your fucking inspection done, do it up. And sure enough, they came and did their inspection. I had the system going for 4 fucking years, right? Buried line, everything set up perfectly, passed inspection. And I didn't turn on my system. It's been warm. I got my fucking lights going. I don't need fucking, the house is hot enough. And all of a sudden, a dude drops off a bill. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? And apparently, I think, I haven't verified it yet, but apparently my system's been leaking the same amount that I usually burn. Right? What's the odds of that? Ever since the inspection, like my system has burned the same amount that I usually burn, which is 19 liters every 3 days. And that's why there's a bill here. And then they came, I'm like, bullshit, bring your inspectors. There's something weird going on. There's a leak. There has to be. There's something fucking funny going on.
It sounds like you just estimated.
Or check, yeah, exactly. Check this deal out. I thought this because I went and I seen no drag line from the snow on the fucking, from the hose line, right? So I'm like, oh, no, this guy is ripping me off. I think this guy is taking the money, the propane from here and taking it to his buddy for cash. Like, oh yeah, I dropped off 790 liters here. But my buddy's going to get 790 liters and he's going to give me $500 cash. And I told the guy this is what's happening because no way is my line leaking. I haven't turned anything on. There's nothing burning on the system, dude. And you're telling me now my system's leaking after 4 years and after you haven't inspected? Or you guys just been working this system of just automatically filling? Like 1 year they can't.
That's what I'd say. I'd want to say, show me delivery.
They're supposed to send me pictures. They have all this fancy equipment that shows them when my shit started taking propane, right? They have a computer hooked up to the tank. And I said, well, send me the screenshot. Send me the screenshot so that I can eliminate your boy from being suspicious of tampering with my system. Because it's been running for 4 years, and now you're telling me after inspection it's leaking? Like it's not on, but you're telling me they came and did their inspection. So yeah, the line's leaking. They quickly did their shit and they said, yeah, the line's leaking. But you know how odd that is? I looked, I phoned experts. They're like, no, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. That doesn't make no sense. How deep is it? I'm like, it's the minimum 18 inches. It's down there. It's buried. But somehow it has to have a line in it. I'm like, okay. Manufacturing error, 1 in a billion feet. Okay, it happens to be in my house. Happens to be in this 100-foot line to the tank. Somehow. I don't know, man. What do you think? They're ripping me off, right? Highly likely. So what I'm going to do, they shut off the system. I'm going to turn the system back on, right? They shut off the valve. I know how to turn the valve on. That's fucking easy, right? I'm going to turn the valve back on and see if it leaks, because I don't think it does. Because if it was leaking during that time, my family was fine. We didn't even know it was leaking. So I'm going to turn it back on and see if it leaks. If it doesn't leak, I know they were fucking cheating me. That fucking $800 bill or whatever, right? And before they came, and they love doing automatic top-ups of your system. Because one year I paid them off. I'm like, oh yeah, scot free, one fill up. The next thing you know, same thing happened. It's springtime and they come and fill up my system. Are you serious? Like, dude, I'm a seasonal worker. You think I need another $400 bill? You topping up my shit? Like, how inconsiderate are you fucks? Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't need, my system's off and you come to fill up my system? What the fuck? Get out of here. So these guys already have a bad taste in my fucking mouth. But I think after this, not seeing the drag line, motherfucker, oh, damn. And it took them over like an hour and a half of that. Their technicians came here. They insisted looking at everything and they couldn't find the leak. They could only determine that it was in the line. Right? And I was like, well, show me the leak on the gauges. And they have these fancy gauges and it doesn't seem like anything's moving. For an hour and a half, they're going back and forth, and I'm just coming in and out and trying to figure out, hey, well, tell me what's up, boys. What's going on? Well, we're trying to figure out, seems like a low leak, but we can't figure it out. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, can we get inside? It might be leaking inside past two valves. It's going the gate valve here. There's a gate, it's like, what, two valves leaking? Yeah, it might. Okay, give me 20 minutes. I have to shut everything down, quickly put up, plastic walls and shit, poly it up. I'm like, all right, fuck, spray some neem. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. Come on in, do your shit. Look, get the fuck. Yeah, sure enough. No leaks, no problems, of course. The system's already been certified by you assholes. So don't get the fuck out of here. So that's my drama. Is that I'm going all year, only electrical heat, just to see how much that costs, right? So that I might just waste my whole fucking money because so far it hasn't really been that much versus propane cost versus the electrical cost is almost the same that we used to burn, right? This year, yeah, it's off year because it's super warm. So yeah, sure enough, it might be a little bit more. But so far, I'd have to say, if this is the treatment that we get, you can come and get your fucking system, get your propane tank, get the fuck out of here, the whole thing. If you cheat me this, because I'll prove it, man. I'll turn that valve back on. I already told Jenny I'm turning that back on, 100%. If that doesn't go down, then we know they fucking been ripping us off this whole time. I have to let the community know, right? I have to let everyone, like my brother gets filled up by these fucking, my boy down here gets filled. Like they're pretty well monopoly. There's only 4 or 5 people, businesses up here that deliver propane. So I think these guys have been just doing this the whole time. There's a lot of rich people with double tanks, triple tanks that just, these guys come just top it up. Oh, only $500. All of a sudden, oh, no, wait. No, I don't have my system on, fuckheads. Yeah. Oh, no, wait a minute. Everyone has their system on this time of year. No, not this stoner.
They got you on the cottage auto bill.
No, I got lots of LEDs going, motherfucker. I got the whole house lit up. They lit the fuck up. I don't even know nothing, boy. No heat, nothing going. Whoa, your water must be heated through. No, I got the old school water tank, not hooked up to the combi system. No, I never hooked it up with the boiler because I didn't want the boiler working all year, right? It's only seasonal heat. Either way, motherfucker, I am pissed off with the whole the whole thing. Just been ever like, I don't know, been over a month now since these fuckers showed up, and they didn't charge us. Funny enough, a company would still charge you for that gas amount, right? They were like, oh, well, you still want to say 100. I'm like, yeah, sure. My bad. I didn't pay attention to my system. The leak happened. It's $800 here. Charge me. Yeah, but they didn't. They didn't charge me $800, right? So that already just brings me more sketchiness to the deal. Like, okay, so I caught them red-handed, trying to rip me off, and charge me for the gas. So now what? I mean, what are we doing here? So they think that they're going to replace my line or something. They're like, oh, we can run a temporary line for you. Like they're trying to already butter me up, and like it's like no. I'm sure that line's still good. We'll have to change like all the regulators again. Maybe you gave me faulty regulators twice. I'm trying to the line is just such a rarity that it's almost an impossibility. So it has to be double wrong regulators. Like, sorry, even though you soak them up, like somehow it's still leaking. They can't not be the line unless your system's ripping me off. And even the system they had, like I tried to watch it, but they had all these weird technical gauges, and some were moving, some weren't. It was beyond me. And
the sheer fact that it's billing you for what you would normally use tells me that's an auto bill. computer just going estimating. Okay, they got you on like the autofill of like say them cottages, like you're talking about, like the same people. Doesn't matter if you're there or not. We're in you for $500 a month. That's your normal use. That sounds like it's the same system. Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be shocking. I almost hope that it does go down, dude. To be honest with you, I almost hope like okay, somehow, like well that still doesn't negate that the guy who showed up, like the guy who showed up snuck in. Like I didn't catch him the right time, but he was already at my propane tank by the time I came out. So I didn't know what the fuck that dude was doing. Like unfortunately, like usually I catch, like usually I'm out there, I'm waiting for these people, but this time he got me right. He's here before I was ready. And I didn't know what he did over there. But honestly, if it does leak, that motherfucker is a deviant motherfucker who wrecks propane systems. He must know how to fuck shit up somehow then. Like, how much of an expert would you have to be to know how to fuck up a line? Like, that's some expert shit, don't you think? Like, to tap into the back of a line somehow, melt it, and put the smallest hole in it without blowing out yourself up. Like, that's some risky ass shit, you think? And the high PSI it's at, it's like, how is that even feasible of fucking messing with? It's not.
I just, I can believe it, to be honest with you. I just did a repair not so long ago. I was doing a maintenance tech for this apartment complex around the corner there. Get a call, fucking middle of the night, fucking leak. And it was the pipe above, just the pinhole. Nothing by it, nothing to cause it. I actually think I may have caused it because, like, just in this sense that 2 days prior, or the day before, I had a unit that had the shower was leaking, and I had to shut the water down in the building because there was no shut off for that shower. So I had to shut the building down to put it in shut off so I could fucking do my work. And I think when I shut the building down and then fired it back up, that pressure throwing back through the line found a weak spot in that copper and started a pinhole leak. There was nothing around it. It wasn't by a solder spot. It was fucking just the slightest pinhole blew through it naturally. And I looked at it and I was stumped. I'm like, how in the fuck does that even happen? This is copper. They're supposed to, you know what I mean? Supposed to be lifetime and shit.
There you go. See, fucking well, there you go. Imagine that. Me and you both went down like 1 in a billion lineal feet of copper that actually do that. Maybe 1 in 10 trillion. The manufacturers know how rare that is. That's ultra rare, probably, dude. Actually, that copper to malfunction? No, dude. Doesn't happen, but obviously it does happen. For whatever weird reason. Dude.
Could have been the same thing. It could have just been more pressure they threw through the line, blew it out.
I don't know. It's still fucked up that happened the day of the inspection.
It sounds like honestly, like they got caught in the auto bill, and they were like, go out there and at least act like there's fucking leaking or something. Tap on the tank, go fucking out there and do something.
Yeah, it took them the longest time too, like an hour and a half. They're young technicians, don't get me wrong, but it should have took them 10 minutes. Even then, come into my house just to eventually disconnect everything from the outside, just to cap everything to make sure that it wasn't the regulators. It was just like you didn't have to disrupt my place at all. Then like the whole system just pissed me off, and I'm hoping that there is actually the leak, right, so that I don't have to.
I always thought like between the tank and the first regulator that's mounted on the house, that's their fucking problem. Anything from the regulator in the house, now that's your problem.
Well, he said anything outside the house is their issue. They're at fault. They'll deal with it. Right? But why didn't I don't understand why they would automatically, like, they didn't replace every regulator, right? They only replaced the one. Like, you got to replace all the regulators. And the cap, I didn't even like his cap he made. Like, his cap looked like it wasn't done right. And I noticed that when he did the test, he didn't shut off the valve. So we relied on the cap. that he put in place. So then after second thought that how they left so quickly, I didn't get a chance to get back to that cap. And when I went back to the cap that he made, the valve was open. So it meant that he could have made that valve leak, that the homemade valve he made quickly. It was like, what the fuck's up with that valve? And why wouldn't he shut the valve that's below it? Because he just capped it with a homemade valve that he made quickly, like within 10 minutes, right? Maybe with some pipe dope around it. But it didn't even look like it had pipe dope. It might have been like even Teflon. With that pressure, it wasn't, the whole thing is just fucking sketchy. It's like, you guys pulled a quick one. I caught you. I might have caught you. Hopefully, I didn't catch you. Because then what? Is it like a lawsuit? I have to bring this to my neighbors, and it's going to be like, oh my God, I wonder how many years they've been doing this for. Is this like a multi-million-dollar scam? Like uncovered by the stoner?
That shit happens. And class action lawsuits you haven't seen? Have you been overcharged?
Neighbors getting rich. Fuck, I don't know, man. That's crazy shit. But yeah, it's just fucking weird.
Well, hopefully that gets straightened out.
It is nicer with the rads on for sure. It's a lot nicer in the house. Like I think upstairs it gets down to 13, which is pretty chilly. But we generally don't hang out. We're generally just on the main floor, and it's 15 out here, and then the main level it's 21. So the main area we live in it's 21. So 15. And the basement's 24. Basement's 24.
And you're preaching to the choir, brother. I fucking have been heating with propane for a very long time, and I did the same thing. I went to Eden Pures. I heated fucking the house before I moved up here, which is a good sized place. All of it was Eden Pures. Then I got cocky because I was fucking running all that HPS. I ran all that into the house. I talk about that all the time. If I was running that HPS right now, I'd fucking run that. I'd be heating my house with it too. Filtered air, fucking put a number 10 filter in your heater, which eliminates smells and all that bullshit as well, and just push that thing, all that heat right before the cold air return dumps into the heater. That's where I dump that hot air in, and then I just run the motor on the heater there and just send all that hot air right through the whole house.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you need a quick warm up during the day, fucking light a fire for a few hours, and then come nighttime throw sweats on or whatever. Good. I've been trying the propane, man. I don't know. These fuckers are expensive. Propane's expensive.
I forgot what it is a liter, to be honest with you, straight up. It doesn't matter. They got you by the balls. They got you by the balls. Like I thought, like I phoned around, like I think last year I was going to try to get around their inspection again. I was like, okay, I don't want these fuckers in. You know what? I'm going to phone someone else and ask them if they'll fill up my tank. But no, they will not fill up other people's tanks. It has to be their tank. They won't, isn't that fucked up? That's fucked up. You should be able to phone anyone up. Be like, oh, hey, I got my propane's tank. Frank said he wants $1.50. How much you guys at? Oh, we're $1.20. Well, come fill up my tank. That's what it should be, not this bullshit monopoly. No, we can't fill your tank. It has to be from your supplier. What? That is some fucking rich man bullshit there. Like just scamming everyone. No competition at all. No, it has to be your own tank, sir. No.
I like the heat. Electric heat thing was a nice cover too for what I was doing anyway. I had consumers call me a couple of times and wanted to know why my power consumption was so high. I was like, yeah, I heat with electric heat. I fucking, you know what I mean? Dryer's electric, my hot water heater's electric. What do you want, man? I got fucking kids. I run my shop out of the fucking house, off the property. I had tons of excuses why I worked.
I picked up welding as a hobby. the classic. Yeah, middle of the night, just welding away. Yeah, just practicing. I just usually get plugged in going, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Fuck. Well, now we don't really have to hide it too much. Apparently, as long as you're in that less than 50, you're going to be cool. But I don't know, man. That's still like, Apparently 12, right? If you grow more than 12, it's an automatic sentence. So anything around 12, you're pushing your luck, man. You know, most people push their luck.
Fuck, here in Michigan, man, outside of like your medical bullshit, you get 12 per household. Okay. And again, this is not legal advice for those of you watching. This is a conversation between me and the major. 12 per
dream.
house. But 12 to 250 is a misdemeanor, $500 fine.
There you go. Yeah. That's the way it should be too. They shouldn't even care what you do. They should be happy that you're spending the money. But here they are, right? They're worried about how much consumption you got because we're gonna need it for our cars. Take down your grow lights. We're offering you a free car per light in the future. Ridiculous, man.
You know what's funny about that is one of these stoner ingenuity would take the electric car, figure out how to turn it into a generator so they could fucking run their grow light.
That's about the only good thing about the whole thing is that up here in Ontario, they're offering like a 2 cent kilowatt if you sign up for the electric car thing. Like it's an incentive now. Only now though, you sign up and you'll get 2 cents per kilowatt. Given hours, don't ask me the hours specific. There's only certain hours, but it's tempting as you know as a grower to get to get the electric car. As same with back in the day, I believe in California that somehow there was some weird hybrid thing that you got cheap electricity. Well, there's the same thing up here that you can get 2 cents a kilowatt. Especially if I'm going to heat my house with lights, and it might be sensible to actually get a hybrid at least to
just to park it in the driveway.
Well, eventually you're gonna have to get one anyways. They got you by the balls. Get the 2 cents while you can. It's tempting. It's like, oh, are they ever going to offer 2 cents hydro again? Probably never again. It's going to be a dream in the future.
That would be fucking hilarious. Just to see a bunch of growers just jump on, park a bunch of clunkers out front just so they can start growing weed at a cheap rate again.
Well, I think you have to be you have to get the pre-approved fucking pre-charger unit that's only supplied by so many manufacturers, which is probably like $10,000, and it has to be installed by an electrician, and then you can qualify for the program, right? So they want you to invest into the infrastructure, but I don't think you got to prove that you have a hybrid or the car yet. But maybe you have to get the car too. Either way, it might be worth
funny,
it.
Like the gas stations around here that do have the electric fucking bullshit, they hide them around the back like they're fucking ashamed of them.
Yeah, yep. Same with Canadian Tire in town, man. They all the way around the back. You're like, who the fuck's coming back here? It's like only because of the internet would you like anyone else would be like looking, be like, oh no charging around here because of the internet, and because of GPS. Only then will you find it. Only then. Yeah, exactly. They try to hide it. And it's not like there's just two chargers. So imagine 40 people wanting to come and charge a car. No, you're going to wait 2 hours to get a 5-minute charge if you want to be nice to other people. But fuck that, man. And apparently these charging stations are going to be like, oh no, it's $1.59 per kilowatt hour. It's not going to be like at home 25 cents or whatever the rate is. No, it's going to be like $1.50. You know, like they estimate that some of these charging units are like $100,000. Like all the underground cable they have to fucking bring in, all the fucking internet connected to banking systems, all that shit, all that security. They're $10,000, $100,000 units, right? And to recoup your costs by just selling hydro, that's why it's going to be $2 and $10 per kilowatt. It's not going to be like. This is where they're going to get you. It's like, well, then they can limit your travel, right? The rich people are getting tired of all you poor fuckers around these rich spots. They want less people at the fucking all these tourist spots, man. They're tired of all these people. Grand Canyon too crowded. Make it only people who can afford electric cars at $4 a kilowatt hour. Crazy, man.
All right, Major, we are out of here. We killed another 25 minutes since we said we were leaving.
Yeah, classic fucking weed nerds. All right. Well, I'll try to be around, man. I got freedom till like April, May-ish. Who knows? Go get back to work one day. But it's nice to have time off now. So it's with the boy. He's been sick a lot from fucking school, man. Been lots of weird fucking diseases up here, man. Like just classic kid going to kindergarten, just flus and sniffles and coughing and bullshit all the time. So yeah, that's a lesson to you, weed nerds. Get your kids. Don't worry about it. You don't get sick. It's going to be awesome. Good times. Improve your immunity. Get stronger, I suppose, or weaker. We'll see in time. I guess weakness, apparently, because I am getting older, but we'll see. I might start running. Either way, remember, kill an auto. The major's out. Peace.
Later, Major. Thank you for popping in. Thank you, rest of you guys, for hanging out in this extra long episode 833.3. I had some fun this evening. Looking forward to hanging out with you guys this Thursday evening. Don't forget to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness really do save lives, and that is something I am super passionate about. People need help, whether they're willing to admit it or not. Sometimes they do need that phone call, that reach out. Are you okay? That friendly smile, that look in their eyes. You good? Check on a friend. Till then, I will see you guys Thursday, probably. Have a good week. I